live.
And then you put it on your throw it on the game. You can just hook it up with a QR code.
Okay.
And then you could just that's like you hopping in an Xbox Live party. So basically, you in our party, and so you could be playing something else. We could be playing, but we still all in the same lobby together talking.
So what I'll do is I'll download it to go to the PlayStation Store and download it.
Yeah.
And then just scan the QR code.
Yeah, scan the QR code. We in that bitch. You can like Davy in that right now. He just in the lobby doing nothing.
Better not be paying no taxes.
Yeah, he paid taxes. I bet you paid that Xbox Live tax.
That's one thing. And I repeat, that is one thing white man don't play about. Fuck with that money. And see what happened to you.
Just give me my money. Give me some claps, nigga.
Just give me my money.
Yeah. Just give me my money. Give me some claps, nigga. Just give me my money. No clap. No clap. You ain't supposed to no clap.
Oh man.
Santana's back to business. Let's go. Hey.
That's why this feel weird.
I was listening to that all the other day, and I could just imagine you, because you used to fuck with Dipset hard.
Yeah.
You had the braids.
Yeah, I hear braids until I was 21.
So you was out here fucking with them hard.
Yeah, Dipset now, boy.
Didn't you have a question?
Oh, my bad.
We live, right?
Yes, sir.
Did you have a question?
Yes. I had a question.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was talking. Oh, shoot, let me turn this down. I was talking with someone this week.
What's your name? Sorry. Try to sell it.
I was talking with someone this week, and they told me that they go to therapy.
Mm-hmm.
And they said their therapist asked them a question.
True.
And the question the therapist
How the fuck I do that? My shit was down. I'm rolling. Yeah, we unprofessional.
It's all right, man. We got 0 viewers. We just fucking around. Go ahead. I'm still listening.
Me too. I'm listening too.
So the therapist asked them, "Are you living or are you existing?
Are you living and are you existing?
Are you living or are you existing?" And they posed this question to me because they wanted to hear a podcast talk about it. Because in all of the podcasts that they do listen to, this question has never been posed or talked about. So, they and I had a conversation about it. And I was like, yeah, I'll ask the guys this Sunday.
Yeah. So what you say?
I asked the question. I go last.
Bro, you want to go first, David?
I'm living, nigga. Fuck you think? You know what I'm saying? But look, be honest. Let me say this. I think you have to do both, right? In order, I think in order to live, you have to exist. I mean, that sounds like common sense, right? In order to live, but I think in order to exist means to be present in the moment, right? And in order to live, to live means to being active in whatever it is. So it's kind of like being in the classroom, right? You're in the classroom setting and you're just there, right? That's existing. But then living is actually, participating.
Mm-hmm.
So I do both. So that's my answer.
And when you said existing, you know what I thought? The first thing came to my mind. You remember when Marshawn Lynch was like, "I'm here because I won't get fined"? That's existing. He ain't participating in nothing. He here so he just won't take his money. But now if he was interacting with them and going back in questions, that's living. And then I look at it like this.
Or Allen Iverson, not coming to practice. That nigga was living.
Yeah. Yeah. So what I look at it is, like, the way I look at it is, what I look at is, existing is just like going through the motions.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you just there. Like a lot of people, when they say they dread and they hate going to a job that they don't really like, they just existing. They just existing, right? But I know you too included, we like what we do. We drive trucks. So we're kind of living as we're trying to exist too, like I guess what you were saying. So that's how I look. That's how I really think about it. Existing is you just there, you just present. That's it. Living is you actually having fun, you're laughing, you're joking, you're playing, all that. You really living out here. That's the way I feel about it. That's the two between me.
Yeah.
The difference.
We finna go smoke some cigars later.
That's
but
living.
We finna live.
Yeah.
I err on the side of what you guys said. I think it's a matter of, are you just going through the motions of what you're doing, or are you enjoying what it is that you're doing? And I think that question can vary from when you're asking a male that question or you're asking a female that question, because we just in our genetic makeup and at our core enjoy different things, right? I think if you ask 100 males this question, you'll get generally the same questions. I mean, generally the same answer as it pertains to what their examples of either situation are. So if you ask 100 men, give me some examples of living versus existing as it pertains to you specifically. Across those 100 men, you will get roughly the same thing. Whereas with women, you'll get roughly the same thing, but different answers. Right. So, for instance, when I was talking to the person,
it was a man or woman?
It was a woman.
Okay.
I was talking to the person, and the example I used was, generally speaking, there's not a whole lot that goes into entertaining men. Right. Like like we can just, be in the house and like we were talking about earlier, just play the game with the guys, have conversation, and that's cool with the guys. Whereas, generally speaking, if you ask a woman the same thing, they're talking about going on vacations and doing something extravagant and traveling. That's what they define as living. And if they're not doing that, then they're just existing in the world.
Oh, okay. Now I get what you're coming from, because I sure was going to ask you. I get exactly where you come from, though. They got to be doing something extravagant to call it living.
Right.
Guys just need some of the basic stuff, and like, it's just living. We living.
Just chilling. Yeah. Like, I mean, are you enjoying yourself in what it is that you're doing in your everyday life, or are you not? And I just wonder, I asked also, where did the question, because my inquisitive brain started kicking in. I started asking the question like, okay, what kind of conversation, I'm not going to say what they were saying, but like, what kind of conversation comes to pass for them to have to ask that question? You know what I'm saying? Like, what conversation with any therapist, was going on for them, the therapist, to ask their patient, client, whatever they are, a therapist to ask the person that they're talking to, do you think you're living or existing?
Because they probably thought because I think the patient probably said something on the lines of, I feel stagnant. Probably some on the lines of like that. Like I feel like I don't get nothing done. I feel like my life is just not worth it. So it's probably something on the lines like that.
And that's what, along those lines, I proposed that to that person, and they said, you know what, that was the conversation.
Damn, we good. Good. That boy good. That boy real good.
That boy good.
Yeah, that boy real good. Right? That boy good.
So I was just asking that question because I was thinking about, on the grand scheme of, the general populace of the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how many people would answer that question one way or the other? And what examples would they give?
I think majority, to be honest with you, I would think a majority of people would say they just existing because they just so miserable with themselves. Like, when you come to, I try to tell people this all the time. When you come to cope with,
turn the mic this way.
When you come to cope with a lot of things in your life, like a lot of things that go through and a lot of things that happen, when you come to cope with it, like, it's really nothing you can do about a lot of this stuff. When you forget that when you realize that everybody's not going to like you. You realize that, you know, everything's not always going to go your way. When you just realize and really find yourself, like really like deep down look at yourself in the mirror and really figure out yourself, that's when you start living. Because you stop caring about what everybody else think of you. It don't matter to you. Your opinion of me it don't define me. That got something to do with you. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Because I really ain't giving I don't care what you got really going on. I care in the sense of, I hope don't nothing bad happen to you, but for you to care and have an opinion on everything that got going on in my life, I don't care. I say that all the time. People, when that car note out there come, when that rent come, when these bills and stuff come, the people that have something to say about you, not there to help you pay it. So why the fuck do you give a fuck about what they talking about you? It don't matter, because they not helping you pay these bills. And they're not helping you pay these taxes.
I was waiting to find them.
You feel me? So why should you care about the opinions from other people about yourself? Like, I care what my guys say, and to a certain extent, then I'm like, okay, so.
Right. It's definitely a matter of up to a certain extent.
Yes, and then I've been teaching my son that since he's been a shorty. Like, long as you care and you cool with what you got going on, it don't matter what everybody else think. Because they're going to fickle, they're going to come and go. You can't please everybody. If you give a motherfucker $1 million, they're going to tell you why you ain't give me 1.2 or 1.1. Guaranteed. Or, man, you could have gave me that million and then paid the taxes on the million. Nigga, I gave you $1 million.
You got anything more, JVD?
Nah.
We're going through these bitches today.
But no,
I'm trying to go live.
This is living right here. We living right now.
That's Naps and Beauty. What's good? What's good?
What's up,
sister every day? What's going on?
It's good to see you.
But no, I agree with that. And okay, so when you say that people are more answers would be people are just existing. What do you think goes into them just existing? Because the example you used was they not where they think they should be in life, for example.
Mm-hmm.
So what things do you think contribute to them thinking that way?
What, are them just existing and them not being where they need to be?
Yeah.
Them not taking responsibility and growing.
Whew.
It's just plain as day. It's just plain as that. It's not nothing to do with nobody else. It ain't got nothing to do with your mama, your father. It ain't got nothing to do with the man. It ain't got nothing to do with the system. They have a little bit of part to play, but you still don't make no excuses for it, baby. We get shit done around here. I don't like excuses. Even if it is your fault, figure the shit out. Figure it out. Straight up. Because it ain't you. I look at it like this. If you don't plan on leaving this earth and getting up out of here right now, you might as well kick all them bucket and kick all them excuses and get this shit done. You won't plan on leaving here, so you might as well get the shit done and stop thinking about it. Ain't gonna do nothing but stress you out more.
Do you think what do you think brings more long-term I guess living, air quotes living? What do you think brings more long-term fulfillment in the things that are around you, or the extravagant things that bring spice and happiness to life? For instance, like I was saying with guys, we're cool with just chilling with the guys, and that's living. Like, we genuinely enjoy that. But on the flip side, women, they find the most enjoyment in the extravagant things, from
Most expensive shit on earth.
Genuinely speaking, right? It can be from something as small as, retail, what they call retail therapy. It can be as long as much as a whole expensive vacation or trip. So which one do you think brings more long-term fulfillment?
When you really find the peace in yourself, the things that really don't cost, the things that are free. Because money fickle, money go up and down. You can be up today, but then your budget don't call for it tomorrow. Just how shit go.
Sheesh.
Start sending my invoice to you niggas, man.
Welcome to another episode of your favorite after church podcast, the No Key Podcast. I am your man, Spaces.
Hey, I go by your boy Mal.
It's Jay every day.
Fellers. How was your last week?
Just existing.
You just existed through the week?
Yeah, just exist.
I was living, nigga.
That shit, when that shit came, I'm not gonna lie. When that came through the group chat and you said that, bro, I felt the nigga like, bro, he called me a nigga with the ER. I'm like, bro, I felt that shit. But no, what's going on though? How y'all doing it? Fuck all that, because we ain't said it in a while, including Sister Everyday. How the mental, man? Give us a number on your mental, 1 through 10, man. What's your mental looking like, man? I'm like probably about a 7, 8, man. I'm feel great. I feel good.
Yeah, I'm on an 8. Samaj, what's up? He said,
Samaj,
"Yo, good pod,
what's going
fellas.
on?
Appreciate you, man."
Yo.
Dang, I wish I would have added this last time. Naps and Beauty asked, "Do you all have a written bucket list?"
Hell no.
I don't.
I don't have a written one. But
I know what I want to do.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, but I got things in my mind that I'll probably want to like once or twice do or something like that. Like we see videos and stuff. Like I want to fly a plane now. I want to try to get my pilot license when I get older.
Tutu, what's up? That's my cousin, y'all.
Tutu, what it do?
Tutu. Tutu, what's going on?
I try to have a song associated with as many people's names I could think of, so that's a great one right there.
That's a guy or
Girl.
I don't know what you identify as, so that's why I asked. You know, nowadays you gotta ask.
Wow. But yeah, I know what I want to do. Like I want to go to Australia.
Yeah.
It's just random, but
Random.
I'm going to Alaska.
Yeah, what is so Jay Everyday just gave his. She said, "I'm a woman."
I am a woman, boy.
Ain't I a woman?
I am a woman, Damon.
Ma, first thing that comes to mind, Jay Everyday just gave us his. What's like a random thing that you want to do?
Take a train. Take a train from one coast to the next.
From one coast to the next?
Yes. Go from like New York to California or to Seattle or something. Just take it because you know we retired. We ain't got nothing to do. Me and the wife ain't got nothing to do, and just get on there, take it, see all the country, and because I sent the video out where it go through all the mountains and stuff, and then when it stopped, like you've been on there for 16, however long you've been on there, you stop for a day in a little town that they got.
Right.
You spend 24 hours there, then we get back on the train and we
Oh,
continue.
okay. Now it sounds, because I'm thinking, you know, my brain thinks literally from one coast to the next the entire way.
What? We know flight risks. And don't talk back.
Don't talk back. Where'd that go from?
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Continue.
Okay, so my last week was very interesting.
No. What's one of the random things you want to do?
Oh.
Go try to skip over that.
You smoke crack, don't you? What's one of the random things you want to do, man?
You smoke crack, don't you?
Let's lean on me. Man.
If you don't, man, why you say that? You know you should know. You in this pod, you should know.
You said not the crack. So let's see. For me, I probably would say I want to go to Alaska one time.
Yeah, Alaska. I'm going next year, G. Come for my birthday. I'm out there.
Yeah, I want to check out Alaska just to see what it's like, because
bears.
They went when my homie used to live out there. He said they get, in the summer they get 4 hours of darkness, and in the winter they get 4 hours of sunlight. So I'm like, what? And then I used to see him posting videos of having to dig his car out of the snow. I don't want to deal with that.
I'm going in May. Ain't none of that.
He said, I'm going in May. It ain't none of that.
None of that.
Oh my God.
Tutu said it's cold as heck out there, really. Yeah, just to try it, because
Sister every day and Tutu. Hey, what's y'all? What's one of the things that come to y'all mind on y'all bucket list?
So, but yeah. As far as my week, it was interesting. I went to see Will. He had a show live.
I saw that, boy.
Shout out, Will.
He was like the co-producer or something like that, and everybody there was really good. It wasn't anybody there that I had to kind of force myself to laugh. Everybody was telling the story. Their comedy was cohesive. They called it the Bingo Blitz show.
Okay.
Because I talked about it before, but it was like they'll give everybody a little sheet and different things. It's like 20 different squares, like bingo. So if the comedian on stage did anything that's in one of these categories, you X that off, and then once you eventually get a bingo, then you'll win a prize. And people were getting $25 gift cards. They were giving away $20 cash.
Oh shit, that's a quarter a tank, boy. Oh shit. Shit.
Ain't nothing when you're driving a spaceship.
I had a spaceship. I got a tank now.
You got a refrigerator.
You go down, don't do my train. Hey, YOLO, I let it down.
And nigga got a deep freezer. It's nice, nice deep freezer. I'm not,
This nigga said I got a drive a deep freezer. Lord have mercy.
Nasty Beauty said mentally this week was definitely Martin's headache episode for me.
Oh man, yeah. So I heard.
And then I
He said, so I heard.
unfortunately got the funeral arrangements for my homie whose sister just recently passed away. So we're going to be kicking it with doing what we do with that and everything. So
Okay, what is next weekend?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's in Illinois, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you good.
Yeah, it's in Illinois.
Yeah, prayers up to your homie, man.
For sure. And just I didn't really have anything going on this week. This past week. But
Oh shoot.
what happened?
No, go ahead. It's I forgot to do something.
Oh, okay. But before the month's out, let's just recognize breast cancer awareness. I don't think we did that here. Anybody with any type of cancer, it's just something to think about. Reach out to those people, and you never really know. You don't know how it affects you until or how it would affect you until you meet somebody or you have somebody in your family that has that. So
and go get checked.
yeah,
Men, go get all that. I don't care how you do it. You take you send your bag in there with your poop in there.
Yeah,
you
do
go
that.
get your finger. You go get whatever you got to do. Whatever. No, hey, look, I understand what he's talking about. No Diddy. This is no Diddy. This is about your health.
Yeah.
Go do what you need to do to get your stuff checked.
They definitely got less invasive ways, man. Invasive ways.
You feel me? So you just do what you need to do and get your health checked, man.
No finger. No, can't help you.
But no, some people like too.
Oh yeah, this is it. Okay. Oh whoa.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
man, stop being serious. Like,
I just kept looking at the camera.
this man stop being serious.
You feel me?
Okay, let's see. Tutu said my week has been good. I've only had to cuss out one person,
Oh, that's dope.
as opposed to how many? Only had to one. Nasty Beauty said.
Sounds like Ice Cube. Today I ain't even had to use my AK.
Yeah.
Nasty Beauty said I would like to go to Tokyo. Want to try my hand on those claw machines and vending machine lifestyle.
Yeah, that shit do look
That
fun.
actually sounds dope. And I actually need to stop relying on my memory to try to do stuff.
It just
and
start right
just
there.
write it down. Because
Hey.
I actually do have a goals in my notes on my
Yeah.
phone. I have a goals note
Yeah.
to list out all the different stuff that I want to do and research and stuff. So that sounds dope though. Look,
But sister every day say I want to go to Tokyo just to get the claw machine.
That's they
It's not-
things out there.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at what the way you put it. But it sounds like dope because I've seen a lot of those machines, and Tokyo is more advanced when it comes to like what is it, technology and stuff.
Yeah.
They're really advanced and stuff like that.
I didn't mean to X out of that. Sheesh.
My man's growling on the mic.
But no, that sounds dope though. That's actually something I need to add to my list, just to go to Tokyo, go overseas more, period. Because the only time I've gone overseas was on a cruise, and I've gone to Mexico twice, a cruise to Bahamas. All right, but so this is something Maul sent us, everybody. By the way, thank you guys for joining us. Send this thing to 2 people.
That little paper airplane down there, shoom, send it off to 2 people.
2 people. We had Cultivate last week. Put us on her story. Greatly appreciate you, Cultivate. Send this to 2 people and say, hey, this is my favorite after church podcast. I just want y'all to see what it's like.
Yeah, she only did that because you her light skinned brother. You know, me and Jay every day don't complexion wise don't compete.
Mm-hmm. If you're a child of God, you do that.
All right, so this is something Maul sent to us. Gonna check it out. It said Meta saves your information for law enforcement, even if you delete it and keeps it in case authorities request it.
And guess what's coming after this?
I already see how this is set up.
Facebook? Yes. And when you request record, can you describe for the jury What's the process to get records from Instagram?
Sure. In order to get the records from Instagram, there is a law enforcement portal for which law enforcement can request a preservation of an account. So that means that any data that is currently active or posted on that account will be preserved by the parent company, Meta, and even if it is deleted off of the page of that user, if there is a preservation request in place, that data will be kept. It might not be present on the user's interface if it's deleted for others to see, but the company keeps it.
And you had mentioned Meta, is that what used to be called Facebook?
Yes.
And when you request record, can you describe for the jury
Did it
what's the
start playing?
process to get records from Instagram?
Sure. In order to get the records from Instagram.
So let's see. Earn Your Leisure said, what are your thoughts? What is it? This person I can't see.
I'm not surprised, but
I'm not surprised. Yeah, I'm not surprised button. I couldn't read the name.
I think
Janine McLean.
Yeah, okay, Janine.
This person says, privacy is a liberty we take for granted. Please stop sharing every aspect of your life online.
I'm with that. You need to drop one of Clues bombs with that one. I'm with that all day, every day.
Let's see. This person says, as much as we talk data laws, who owns what, the governing body will always have built-in backdoors and policies that favor national security and law enforcement to access your data. They've been writing this stuff into laws and policy for a while. Not sure why people thought it was a conspiracy.
I mean, shit, man. This shit happens. Should be in terms and agreements. Like, y'all niggas be clicking on it. Me too. You know what I mean? But I don't do nothing that's criminal. So, you know, I share a picture here and there or whatever, share some stuff. But I don't do nothing that's criminal. So you can keep that shit if you want to. But yeah, it's in terms and agreements. Like, you know, these people out here, they want to flash guns, talking about how they got down on their ops and so on and so forth. Show bags of money. Show how you was scamming. You know.
Show how you was scamming.
Yeah. Show
how you was stealing the car.
Everything.
How you was with your side chick.
The game is sold, not told. Y'all niggas telling on yourself.
And then I'll call somebody else snitching. Then you'll say somebody else snitching. Like people will get on the online and say Charleston White snitching. How he snitching if y'all ain't tell him all this information in the first place?
So do you think people snitch on themselves?
Mm-hmm.
In terms of how people believe it, in terms of how people like put it out for
Bro,
to be
people go
seen.
live on everything they do. Everything they do. People will be like this. Hey, somebody call the police. You got your phone in your hand, bro. Like, what we doing? You call the police. You got your phone in your hand.
And the footage don't even be crystal clear. Like
You have an Android. And an old one at that. And an old one at that. They ain't even got the new note.
Government joint.
Yeah, government joint. The one that you still got to press, like, you know, the Q, like, you got to press the 7 like 8 times to get the Q or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Got them.
So you sent. Why did you send us this to us? What question did you want to ask?
Just to, like, what's your thoughts on that? Like, are you surprised?
I'm not surprised because this has been an ongoing thing for like I hear this every so often, like every year, that the government is retaining your information online. That's why so many people. We hear information leaks. We hear information being sold from one company to the next. Like you sign up for an email with one place. Like you go in the store and they ask you for your email address. You give them your email address, and now next thing you know, you get emails from that one store and 7 of its subsidiaries.
All his cousins.
You know what I'm saying? So
because you agreed to the terms and agreements.
You know, and on top of that, like when we download apps, terms and agreements. In their terms and agreements, they're saying
we can share all your information.
We can share and I would wager. I'm one of the people that's never read it, but share and retain your information.
Yeah,
because nobody got time to look through 50 pages of this shit. You know what I mean? And try to. It's like, dude, you need a lawyer every time you download an app or anything. So yeah.
And guess what? We're not just talking about y'all. We included in there, y'all. We do the same fucking thing.
Hell yeah. I just downloaded Discord. I don't know what they talking about.
I just
I'm
want to
trying
use that.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, this hey,
What? Well, you sound like you were about to say something.
it's just that just the simple fact of it is like when you want to know some information about a person, you can really go online and just go through their timeline and you can figure out everything you want to know.
Mm-hmm.
Every single thing. You can figure out where they was, what they was doing, when they was doing it, who they was with. You can go to like get you like 3 people. And sometimes you go to people's story, you're like, damn, I didn't know they kicking with each other. They fucking.
You could tell like if a person going through a breakup too, just by or whatever somebody did whatever, like because just by the certain post that they share.
Yes, bro.
Like, bro, you clearly going through some shit. Why is you posting this shit?
I love this person that I'm with. They don't necessarily. Sometimes, most times, a lot of times they do. I love my person. I love my person. Love my person. As soon as they break up, man, I'm tired of people taking. I'm tired of everybody taking me for granted.
I'm waiting for Hot Girl Summer.
You know what's one that killed me the most though, and y'all gonna feel this one. Motherfucker, get on there right. Say I don't do this internet shit, but then replies
With
to
the
a whole bunch of internet shit. That shit be so far. I be sitting there like laughing and keep fucking like going, man, because you talking about you don't do the internet shit, but look, I got time today. Like I thought you don't do the internet stuff.
So let's see. Tutu said, yeah, right. They out here telling on themselves. Okay. She said, y'all are just now finding it out. Always read terms and conditions. D Money said, what's up? What's up, D Money?
What's going on, D Money?
Tutu said, right out here, they out here telling on themselves. Naps and Beauty said, what is the true definition of snitching, though?
Participating.
I look at it like this. What you talking about? You talking about street or you talking about regular everyday citizen? Because if you're an everyday citizen and you pay taxes, taxes, it's not snitching. It's crime prevention.
Well, what if you a child of God?
That's snitching. Because you don't pay no taxes.
So,
what y'all thoughts is, though? What would you say?
Snitching is when you're participating. You've participated in it, and then you go out and start talking about it or telling on other participants. That's snitching.
No, you know what it is, though? You could be running, right? And you can get caught. And you be like, y'all come out. They caught us. Jerry they caught us, bro. Like, no, they caught you.
Man, not me.
No, but I'm just saying.
Like you said last week, I don't be praying. I don't be praying.
But no, they caught us. Like, nigga, who is us? Right. They didn't catch us. They caught you.
I agree. I think I was one of those people in the past where I thought that, generally speaking, snitching is telling. Period. When something happens, like, for instance, well, you can think of 1,000 different examples, but snitching was just generally telling.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some shit might not be your business. You know what I mean? Some people kind of overstep.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm just, you know what I mean? Like, it's not snitching, but it's just, you're just telling other people, you're in other people's business too, where it's not affecting you.
I get you.
You see what I'm saying? When you want to sit up here, because that's how you get the Karens and shit like that.
Especially if it ain't hurting no kids and nothing like that. Yeah. Mind your fucking business.
Yeah, it's not my business. But.
Yeah, snitching, and people had to tell me this repeatedly, is like Jay Everyday said, when you commit a crime or do something crazy with somebody, and then you tell on that person to save yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I always look at it like this, though. It's the difference between snitching and telling. Snitching is for criminals. Telling is for law-abiding citizens.
1,000%.
That's true. But, either one can come with consequences.
Yeah.
So you tell on some shit that ain't got nothing to do with you.
Yeah, it come with consequences.
It can come with consequences.
Yeah, you're right.
Even if sometimes you have to tell, right? it's a situation, you see something, and, you know, morally you feel like you're obligated to tell. But other times it's like, nigga, I see that, but that ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, that's true.
Because, you know, you don't know the full story or how that even transpired.
Yep.
Tutu said, I'm weak, not the flip phone. Now, I don't read every page. See? But I will scan through it. Tutu said, well, I hold a live every morning, but I only put on the book what I want people to know.
That's true.
There you go. That's how you do it. And then Nasty Beauty said tattletellers. Then, you know, if you put your information, the worst part about the whole putting information out there thing for me is when people put their information out there and then complain about people for knowing their information.
That's a straight fact. That's a straight fact.
That's part one. And then part two, they put their information out there for everybody to see, but then turn around and say, mind your business.
Yeah. I mean, people like that, though, it's nothing for me to hit an unfollow. See, I can still be your friend. You'll never know. I just unfollow. I don't even want to see that shit on my timeline, bro.
That's facts. That's facts. Like, as soon as you invite conversation about something and then you try to dismiss somebody from the conversation, what up, Will?
What up, Will?
And try to dismiss somebody for the conversation that you introduced, then my ears close and I'm like, I'll just, like JV said, I'll just unfollow or at the very least remove myself from that conversation.
Yeah, it's been a lot of stuff that have come on my timeline. I said, if this person posts one more thing like this again, I'm going to hit the unfollow. I promise you. Like, I don't.
My thing is, niggas gonna nig.
They do nig.
Niggas gonna nig.
And they going to renege.
That's why. Leave that shit alone. Mind my business. That's why I don't even comment on nothing. I don't like shit. I don't do nothing. I just look and just keep on going. I don't even post shit. Because motherfuckers swear I still live in Florida right now.
That's where we at right now.
At the bungalow. Damn, we in some hot-ass hoodies.
Yeah.
You think so? You know how I am about my long sleeves. I'm chilling.
In Florida?
Oh.
Nigga gonna die. Nigga gonna die. He just all shit.
Let's see. Tutu said, right, like if you put it out there, then don't get mad when I say something.
That's true. That's 100% facts. I don't like it when celebrities though, and I have a couple in my mind, but I'm not gonna say their names or anything. But they fight, fuss, all this stuff. But then you get mad when people say stupid shit and troll shit, and people just say shit just to jump out the window. You feel me? Like people do that on purpose and get your attention, and you fall right in the trap every time.
You know what's crazy? Specific. You remember when we were talking about the Tyler Perry movie on Amazon?
Yeah.
Jerry Day, what was your sentiment about it? About like people having smoke with Tyler Perry and what he makes?
Oh, like them steady watching his shit? Like they
almost
talk
fell
about
in
it
the trap.
and keep, but they'll keep watching it. Like he consistently puts out garbage, and then people will watch it and then complain about the garbage.
Yeah, but I don't call it garbage though. I just say it's just not for you.
Garbage.
It's garbage. Like
Because,
that.
no, because a lot of people say it's good though. A lot of women say it's good.
Some people say McDonald's good. Garbage.
It's not for you.
And garbage ain't for me.
Garbage ain't for nobody. But I mean,
shit. But shit, nigga, raccoons eat out garbage. You know what I'm saying? So be a coon.
You're right though. You're right.
Nasty Beauty said negative publicity is still publicity.
You're right.
It depends. That's true. That's true. It just depends on how you use it to your benefit in the end. So, I say that to say I brought up the Tyler Perry thing because I almost fell in the trap.
Oh, this new series you got on there?
This new series he got on Netflix.
And guess what? My wife is one of them people that keep that man in business because she watch all that shit.
Mine too.
She watch.
And I'm gonna keep calling that shit garbage.
What is it? Tubi.
Yeah. I was thinking about that.
Tubi down. BET Plus 10. BET Plus down. Netflix with all that shit with Tyler 10 that down. My wife is one of those people that keep that man in business.
Visual Zane. What's the Zane books?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the visual version of that. Like them books don't be shit. You know what I mean? But you know, it's so erotic and stuff like that. And I don't know. Like Tyler Perry just be crowbarring all that type of weird shit. You got transgenders in there.
Nasty Beauty said, Dirty D is the show, though. I don't know nothing about that.
See, Dirty D, that sounds
Dirty,
nasty.
just right off the bat, Nasty Beauty. Come on.
From Atlanta, too.
And it's from Atlanta. Oh, yeah, that.
Dirty D.
Ooh, shit. It's from Atlanta? That's Def D.
Pause.
No Diddy.
Got to throw that on there when you mention that. Oh, Detroit.
Sierra gonna have something to say about that, baby.
Same shit.
Same shit. Sierra gonna have something to say about that one.
Detroit is a cleaner than Atlanta.
Damn.
I mean,
Ooh, I thought Houston would probably be.
no, I'm talking about health wise.
Oh, hell, my bad.
So speaking of
Going to jail?
retaining information and stuffs,
Ain't going to jail?
no.
Getting locked up?
I'm sure y'all heard about this.
There's 2 Chainz.
Maybe. Let me pull it up here.
Two Chainz talks to Elon Musk's new Tesla, Optimus Robot Emotion 3. Let's dive into some tech meets hip-hop news. 2 Chainz recently had a
this isn't
fascinating
the one.
conversation around the studio, showcasing the future of transportation.
What's up, bro?
Heading to the right.
To the right. To your left, to your left. There you go, man. 2 Chainz, how you doing?
What's up?
Hey, buddy, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What's your name?
I'm Optimus.
Okay. My name is Tony.
Tony?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Tony.
Nice to meet you too, buddy. Hey, can you
Awesome.
can you play basketball? Can you shoot like jump shots?
Maybe one day.
I'll teach
Can
you.
you?
I'll teach you.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Chainz was seen engaging with one of these Optimus robots.
So that's the gist of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's see here. Oops. I had that upstairs. Oops. My bad. All right, so
In that Tesla's Optimus robots were human assisted during the company's We Robot event, including video by
Shows my
attendees
response.
where the robots, or the people speaking through the robots, confirmed they weren't fully autonomous.
It might be some.
We decided to take a look at the Optimus Gen 2 and its more affordable competitor, the Unitree G1, to explore the finer details of these hyped up humanoids. Let's get into it. In a new video from Tesla posted after the company's We Robot event, the company cleared up some questions about how its robots are controlled. Tesla says Optimus can explore unseen spaces autonomously. The video also shows many of the same skills we saw at the We Robot event in a controlled environment, such as handing out drinks and bags, which Tesla says it was doing autonomously.
me
It even left a
slow
guy
that
hanging
down.
like we
So
saw at the We
actual-
Robot event. However,
actual
there are
speed.
important differences. Autonomously. It even environment, such as handing out drinks and bags, which Tesla says it was doing autonomously. It even left a guy hanging like we saw at the We Robot event. However, there are important differences. Optimus wasn't actually shown pouring drinks in this video like it was at the human-assisted We Robot event. It was just handing them out autonomously. It's possible that these actions are able to be performed autonomously in a
notice where this robot is. Just something to think about.
well-lit lab environment, but were not ready to be performed autonomously in a dimly lit, loud environment crowded with people. Still, the conversation around autonomy that ensued in the wake of Tesla's We Robot event is a reminder of why autonomy is such an important milestone for robotics companies, and it presents an opportunity for us to separate the facts from the hype when evaluating a robotics company's marketing materials. For example, most of the time when a company's robot does something autonomously, the company will brag about it. That's because autonomy requires the robot has the ability to gather information, make decisions based on that information, and act on those decisions. Robotics company 1X released a video of its robots completing various tasks that it says were, quote, all autonomous. Similarly, Figure has shown videos of its Figure 2 robot autonomously manipulating the placement of parts in a
What is it? Okay, you're catching my drift, I think.
factory setting. All this to say that autonomy should never be assumed if the company doesn't say it outright. There's a lot of human-assisted magic that can be hidden behind that glossy robotic facade, and some companies may take advantage of it. One of Tesla's competitors in the robotics market, Unitree, has shared videos on its YouTube channel of the humanoid G1 robot. None mentioned autonomy as a means of control. The videos appear to be intended to showcase the robot's physical capabilities rather than how it's controlled. A video of the Unitree H1, the G1's humanoid predecessor, shows the robot being teleoperated by a person, and Unitree's website says that the G1 includes a manual controller. That's not to say that the Unitree G1 won't have autonomous capabilities, but it certainly hasn't been the focus of the company's marketing for the G1 so far.
All right. You get the gist, right? What's going on? So generally, my first question is, what are your thoughts about that?
Shit. What you got, every day?
Yeah, I was waiting on y'all, man.
So my first thought is, my first question is, do you think we're headed towards iRobot? Given what you're seeing with this.
They always say the movies be so many years ahead of us, right? Yeah, a lot of them robot movies and a lot of them future movies be not too far ahead of us, right? That's what we headed to, right?
Tutu said yes.
I believe so too. I agree.
What you think? You think we're headed towards iRobot?
Yeah, I mean, if you if you rewind where we were 100 years ago versus probably where we're gonna be in 100 more years from now, we've definitely progressed faster than we've probably progressed in the past 2,000 years within this past 100 years.
Like in the past 100, we've grown faster than 2,000 years. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. As far as technology, but I think people, the more you embrace shit like this, people want to embrace it. And to me, between this and the AI voiceover shit, they're using, I think they're gonna combine it and do whatever they're gonna do. I don't see the purpose of it personally. So the purpose for regular everyday humans, like, I don't see the purpose of this shit.
Just to make other people more lazy than what we are. That's the only thing I see.
I can't even see that. This ain't gonna be the Jetsons where you got the little robotic bitch vacuuming and mopping and stuff.
You don't think so? Because they just showed it handing out.
There's gonna be some
water.
other. There's gonna be some other shit. Watch.
Be some shit.
It's gonna be.
Like.
It's gonna be Terminator, nigga. This gonna be iRobot.
Be some shit you don't like.
It's not finna be her. Whatever her name was on the Jetsons.
Right. Now I'm curious. Now I want to look it up. Was it
boy,
Rosie?
I think it was Rosie. Rosie, yeah.
It was Rosie. So, my second question is, so you saw in a certain part of the video that it looked like, I don't know what it was exactly, but the robot was handling machine parts. Let's see.
Oh, so you think about the replacement
They building
jobs.
each other. Oh, yeah. Well, they build each other, too.
Right there.
Yeah. They're replacing jobs, too. That's what you was thinking, right?
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
That's what they really built. I ain't going to say that's what they really building them for, but that's what they're trying to get to first.
Yeah, I think it's a multifaceted venture, right? Yeah. There's multiple different things that they're doing with these robots.
Yeah, but they trying to get it to be the workforce first, and then all the other shit will come later.
I can agree with that. And what I notice is when I hear people talk about it in the media that are far more knowledgeable about this, is they'll try to verbalize things in a way that makes it seem like this makes things beneficial to human beings.
How?
Because one of the ways that they'll say is it'll increase jobs in the technology field. Now, I don't know how specifically, but the first thing that comes to mind is people that are watching the human beings that are watching the robots. Right? Now, if that is the case, the scenario that comes to mind for me with that is one security guard monitoring 12 different cameras. Meaning that there's only one person watching 12 different robots. So how many jobs does that really provide? Especially if the robots are doing the jobs of the humans.
It's looking like I think I heard Jay every day say this, and I heard a couple more podcasters come. It's going to come to a time where it's going to be a universal income. Everybody going to be on this base because it's going to be all the robots doing all the jobs like that, like you say, and everybody's going to have the government just going to be paying everybody a flat rate of money.
Well, like, isn't it gonna get to a point where the robots, basically gonna have a mind of their own. They're gonna say, "Fuck this shit." Why would we do something for people or whatever humans? At that point, they probably feel like they're more superior. We're smarter. Why don't we turn them into slaves? And how could you combat a goddamn robot? Them bullets ain't gonna do shit.
Need some EMPs around this bitch.
Better have a lot of them.
EMPs.
So, how could you combat a robot?
And the time we living in, some of these people gonna be like, did that robot give you consent to make it work like that?
That was I forget what it's I forget what show it was, but it was a robot that how do I say it? It was a comedy skit or whatever of clay figures in a there was a professor standing in front of a room explaining what the robot does, and the students in the classroom asked, can you penetrate the robot?
What?
Oh man, y'all niggas is weird. That's what I'm saying. I don't like all this dumbass robot shit, man. Because when you got people creating robots, they already weird. And then you talking about having sex with robots and shit. I promise you that shit weird, bro. This is like Blade Runner.
I could have sworn something across my timeline came like that, where they was talking about they were like, it's already not that many men, and it was like a lot of women going to be with robots or something.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, it's not that many men.
I was hearing in a video came across it, and you saw like a lady laying up with with a robot cuddling up and all that stuff.
That's stupid, boy. Well, this shit's stupid. So
I also saw another thing. Excuse me. On the same level of what Ma was saying, where now this was just a post. I didn't see a video of it, but a robot was able to carry a child for humans. It was just a picture, so I didn't research it, but I just saw it.
Nah. Oh my God!
Interesting, but see, I would have. Now here's a question, right? If that is the case, because I don't know if y'all heard, but Will said we already got test tube babies, and doesn't matter what the test tube looks like. Which that's an interesting point, because I imagine how.
What's the point of walking around in a robot? What's the point of that?
There has to be so much more to it than. I mean, there's a lot of complexities that happen with pregnancy.
Isn't that a bonding? What were you trying to get the human child to bond with the robot? So now it's conditioned in the child's mind that, hey,
I'm a robot.
Or I'm a robot, or to have more love or affection towards robots. I don't know. That shit weird, and you niggas is weird. Yes, weird, not unique, weird.
So let's see. Naps and Beauty said the game Detroit Become Human is a great piece of media of what to come in the near future. Tutu says, sorry, y'all, I'm cooking.
What you whipping up? Sorry,
y'all, I'm not engaging much, but only because I'm cooking. You missed last week's episode.
What you whipping up?
Naps and Beauty said, I have no mouth and I must scream is another piece of, that sounds wild. I have no mouth and I must scream is another piece of media or short story that explains when AI becomes sentiment. It's messed up. I'm trying to remember those to check them out. But
I love short films. Them shits they pack a lot in that shit.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Better than, like, you know what I'm saying? It's real abstract, or it's real condensed.
Yeah, it's to the point.
It's to the point. You know what I mean? We're not finna sit up here and try to, because we're not really making a whole bunch of money off this. So we're trying to get our point across. We're trying to share with you our views. Unlike, just full-blown movies where they just kind of stretch it out and try, add all the other fillers.
Imaginative thing. What art imitates life is what somebody... Okay, so here's a question regarding this. Do we agree or disagree that art imitates life?
Yeah. I mean, what they say, life is stranger than fiction.
Okay, so on that same regard, can life imitate art?
Yeah, you can get some inspiration from art as well. I don't know if it imitates it, but
What do you think? Can life imitate art?
it's about to start.
Yeah, life can't imitate art. Because people can be like, I like this photo, and I'm for the. Ain't that's where some people get like inspiration of like how to build their houses and stuff like that?
What do you mean?
Like, say for instance, they see a picture or they see something that somebody painted or whatever, and then they try to make this come to reality, make this real.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So, real quick, for me, I think that everything that you basically, a good chunk of the things that you see out here is already in nature, and humans have tried to find a way to replicate that, right? So if we're using machines, robots, they're basically trying to replicate what we already are, right? So anything, think about airplanes, something like an airplane. It's just a replica of a big-ass bird, you know what I mean? Yeah, you can ride it, but it's a bird. And there's other things and examples I really can't think about right now, but there's something I did think about before. And so everything that's created, to me, is something that you've seen already out there in nature.
Okay, here, let me pull this up, because see if I can pull it up. Robots. This is what I just found, just in quick Googles, because this was bothering me. So, Musk's baby carrying bot might just slash pregnancy complications and tragic losses, especially in places where top-notch medical care isn't always available. This is definitely an argument to be had here. Talking about the new Optimus project, Musk was all smiles, boasting it can do anything you want, according to Euro Weekly News.
You know what I don't like about this stuff though, because people, because people love to like, oh, it can do this, but what's the worst case scenario? Mm-hmm. Fuck what all it can do. What's the odds though? Let's get the pros and cons. What's the cons to it too?
That's like that, that commercial that come on TV. It's gonna tell you about that pill, and that pill gonna, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna get your dick hard. You know what I'm saying? No diddy. Yeah. But then, hey, you know what? You could also die from,
your heart can blow up out
right?
your chest.
So you gotta weigh that and say, you know what? I don't think I need that. I'm gonna do some push-ups.
And guess what?
Just a push-up, some jump. I'm gonna go on these bike trails, like you said, get the blood flowing. Yeah.
But then also it says that at the end of the video, and it says that quick.
The
and
negatives.
low. Yeah, it say all the negatives quick and low, so you can't really hear it. But people will still fuck the cons and go with all the pros.
Give me that honey pack.
But that's just like with women when they go get plastic surgery. Oh, it can make me look like this and this, but death is a part of that too. Yeah. So you're willing to take that risk for death just to make you look better.
Here it is. This is the picture I saw.
That is weird.
Right here. I don't even know if I can make it bigger.
God help us.
Don't worry, we'll probably be clocked out for all this shit coming.
Yeah, please.
So this is what I'm talking about when I say, like, how does it relate to as far as feeding the baby? Like, where's the umbilical cord? Is there an umbilical cord? Like, when it comes time for the baby to be delivered, do you just open this little dome and pull the baby out? Like, how does this?
Is it the thing? You know how you where the fire extinguishers be, and a little hammer be on the side? Is it a little hammer on the side of the thing? You just crack it and it bust open.
You know what I'm saying? That's what confuses me about it. And I was like, wow. Everything about we're really trying to turn. Not weird. Yeah, what's happening is the everything about the human element is being turned into robots. From as low as jobs, all the way up to natural physical processes. Like, how does this even happen? Like, how does the baby even get inside of the robot?
Somebody put it there.
Right.
I agree. That shit weird too. That's what I'm saying. When we start saying shit weird, that shit weird too.
I don't know how the test tube thing works specifically. But
It could be whatever, but it's lines to a lot of stuff, and I think once you allow one thing, you open up the door to the next. So you can either keep it there with the test tube. Why do we have to progress forward into
robots carrying for?
You can, and that's what I'm saying. That's weird nigga shit. That's weird. So that's what I'm saying. You open up the door. Just because after that, it's going to be some more shit and some more shit. Like, let nature do what nature do. You can't have the baby part of the game.
But how they said, though, we always say when you open Pandora's box, when you open Pandora's box, a lot of shit come out of there that you weren't expecting to come out.
I personally don't need one. I'm cool. Like, we go back.
That's the ultimate factor into all of this, because with every company, they're always looking to grow. And the only way to grow is to advance things more and more and more and more. So
as long as profit, as long as they're getting profit, I don't even know if they got to grow. They just want profit.
That's what came across my document. I was like, what? This is...
Like I said, that shit weird.
Shit weird and scary.
That's some Halloween shit. Turn that off, man. Let's go to something else, man. It's scaring you.
Thank you guys for tuning into the No Key podcast. Thank you for being a part of the conversation. Hit the like button and share this with your friends. Tell them your favorite after church podcast is on right now. Thank you very much. We got this next thing that came up that Maul sent us. I listened to, this dude is hilarious.
I sent y'all that, though. I told y'all I was going to be good when it was that 3 hours. I sent y'all the actual pod, though.
Yeah, I was already on it. I was checking that shit out. It was funny.
So this is Corey Holcomb on the Cam Newton podcast. What is it? What do you call it?
Funky Friday.
Funky Friday. All right.
We all playing the game. But, brother, you understand as we get older, we can't play the game no more. We got to stand on something. We can't play the game. We can't worry about being accepted. As we get older, and it's going to come to you. Mm-hmm. It's going to come to you because I see it in you. I'm looking at you, bro. This ain't nothing phony, man. There's morality in you. As you get older, you're not going to be able to smile things off. You're going to be like, fuck it, be mad at me. Be mad at me. I don't care who mad at me. We all playing the game.
Okay. All right. So you sent it to us. What question did you have from that?
What did you think about it? Did you think he's telling the truth?
I think it's subjective.
Okay.
I think the ultimate response to opposition as you get older is definitely like, forget it. F it. You're just gonna be mad at me, and I'm gonna say what I said. That also goes along with the thought process of the older you get, the more you get stuck in your ways. So, OG, what's good? What's good? How you doing?
What up?
Where you been hiding at, man? You been gone for the past couple weeks, or you just been in the clouds?
Definitely in the clouds.
In the clouds. I think you've been traveling.
But
no tolerance for bullshit. Yeah, facts.
But what if you are the one that is on that?
What you mean?
Because the more you, a lot of times, the more you get stuck in your ways, the less likely you are to see the fault in your own errors. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, but you've been doing this all your life already, so
right. So now it's like you've been doing it for so long that you don't see what's wrong with what it is you're doing, or you've been doing it for so long, so now you don't want to put forth whatever effort you need to do to change your thought process.
But most old people know it's fucked up, and they will tell you like, this fucked up, but this is just the way I do it. When you go to OGs for like game, they'll be like, look, don't look and do my way. I know my way kind of fucked up, but this is just the way I do it. Because most of the people I go to say that. Like, I can't tell you how to do your way. You got to find your niche. But this, I can just give you some context clues of how I do what I do. But they'll tell you, like, this ain't the end-all, be-all. My way is not the end-all, be-all. Shit, I'm such and such years old. I'm not changing this. That's the way I do it.
Yeah, you do what works for you.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to find that.
But they're going to give you the truth, though. They always say that. If you want to know the truth, go to older people and babies, kids. They will tell you the truth. They will tell you the honest truth.
So, what my thought process is more along the lines of bad habits, or what can be deemed as a bad habit.
Give me an example. Say one.
Like thinking that you're right all the time. If you can't be told that you're wrong at any part in your life, and you go into old age thinking that you can never be wrong, even if you are wrong.
Mm-hmm.
People get, according to what Corey Holcomb said, people get mad at you for thinking that you're right all the time. Well, F it. You're just gonna be mad at me. I'm always right.
I think if you're gonna tell somebody that they're wrong, you gotta have concrete evidence on showing. You know, just like if you offering up information, you need to show me the evidence on, or whatever it is that you got your information from. Show me that. Don't be the person to be like, oh, you got to go look it up. You got to go find it. No, if you're offering up information, show me that. So what I'm saying is, if a person, the person may think they're right and you think they're wrong, okay, present to me the information that you found out that contradicts what I'm saying. That's actually right. You know, a lot of times people go back and forth saying somebody's wrong or right over some simple opinions, you know. So we got Google. You can Google this shit, and we don't even, we can save the back and forth.
Say, for instance, somebody has a habit of kicking their shoes off, literally kicking them off when they walk in the house.
In their house?
In their house. They fly over anywhere, right?
That's so crazy.
Now, somebody you said it's their crib, right? Mm-hmm. Now, somebody that also lives in the crib says, hey, can you just, you walk past the mat when you get in the house. Can you just take off your shoes right at the mat?
And it's my crib. Right? No, because if this was an issue, this is how I am, right? So it depends. Is this your wife?
Yes, that's what I was thinking. Right? I didn't say it, but
you got a habit of doing this shit, and she been seeing you doing kicking shit, kicking your shit. Like, this nigga come in and he always kick his shoe off, and you married this nigga, and that was a huge problem. Now all of a sudden you want me to stop?
Well, the issue,
watch out. Let me kick these goddamn shoes off.
Well, the issue is being stuck in their ways.
Yeah, you got to compromise. It's still a point of compromise.
You know what I'm saying? Being stuck in your ways and getting used to doing what you did or what you're used to doing for X amount of years. Or along with what I was saying before, just being used to being able to do how it is that you do whatever it is that you do as long as you want to.
But you know what he was saying was in context, though, right? You know what in context?
You talking about Corey Holcomb?
Yeah,
yeah. I know it. I'm just taking it because we didn't see that in that video.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
So I'm just trying to give examples that can pertain to it. So let's see. OG said low tolerance for the BS. He said that's it in the clouds. All right, appreciate you for listening, OG. OG also said everybody has to find their way. Everyone really needs to daily be a work in progress. Always trying to learn more and be better in how they interact with people and the people they encounter.
Sounds like something George Bernard Shaw said. Mm-hmm.
But also what he was talking about too, how people try to go because it's we're not saying being a contrarian to everything, but sometimes shit just is what it is. You feel me? And it's like what Corey was saying, and why I agree with him so much is like a lot of this shit that's going on the people saying I don't judge when they do. People not telling people they wrong when you should. People just going along with the get along because you don't want the argument. That's what he was talking about, basically what I took from it. You feel me? So that's what I said. I kind of agree with what he said because I fucks with Cam. I like Cam. I like Cam when he was playing football. I fucks with Cam. Now, Cam agrees with a lot of people that come on there and they lifestyles that they do and try to say this and that and the third when it's like, Cam, if you went on your pod, you wouldn't agree with that shit, bro.
But do you think that is him trying to come from a journalist standpoint? Because a lot
Probably
of
so. Yeah.
you know what I mean. So you kind of have to take a non-biased approach.
You're right. You're probably right. I ain't even think about it.
You know,
You're
because
probably
these days, at least the past, let's say 20 years, you get. You know, you get your Foxes and you get your CNNs, and you know which side they're leaning on.
Yeah.
Right. So, but you don't have a somebody who's straight down the middle.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think in order to be a real journalist or whatever, that you have to be straight down the middle. I mean, of course, there's going to be some bias that you still may end up having, but you try your best to stay down the middle and give people the news or whatever it is that they're looking for.
Yeah. My apologies. You're right. He probably is because he do consider himself like a journalist and try to like be because like
if I'm interviewing, the interview.
He interviewing. Yeah. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're probably right. I ain't think about it like that. But yeah, but it's just the way like a person like Corey will be problematic because he speaks his mind. If he don't agree with it, he don't agree with it. He's not trying to rock with it. He's not gonna rock with it. And you got a lot of people out here that are just rock with shit, just to rock with shit, just so they don't feel like arguing with you or nothing like that.
Yeah, and one thing I noticed about Corey though is he knows a whole lot more about what goes on with what he talks about, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but in listening to what he says, and when you listen to it in context, he definitely sounds like he's researched and is very confident in what he's researched for that to be the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Bye-bye, little motherfuckers.
You know what I'm saying? So...
If you know, you know.
You want the mop, man? Buy the mop. It's just funny.
I ain't laughed that hard since, bro.
That shit funny.
I laughed for like 45 minutes. Oh my God. Oh Lord.
Oh wait. OG said Corey keeps it 1,000 straight, no chaser. Listen, for Corey, man, you really gotta listen to Corey to see how he goes live like every night at like 10 o'clock or something like that, 9 o'clock.
And guess what? People agree with them, but I don't agree with 100% of that shit Corey be talking about too. Sometimes I be looking like, what the fuck you talking about, bro?
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I look at it as the shit. Are you talking about on the show or his comedian?
Just sometimes, period, and just everything Corey do. Because I will agree. I'll be like, yeah, that is shit. I agree with him on a lot of this shit, but then some things will be like, nah, I'm not agreeing with that. Nah, I don't rock with that.
So with comedy, I feel like it may not touch you personally.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So since it may not touch me, I kind of be, aloof to the situation. But it's still like, shit still might be funny. You know? So even though it might not affect me, shit funny. Somebody's going through that situation, and I feel like that's where he comes from.
Yeah, so I recommend people listen to that Cam Newton, Corey Holcomb interview. It was you have to kind of get out of your feelings if you're one of those people that kind of think with your feelings, because he like OG just said, Corey keeps it 1,000 straight, no chase. Like he does not censor himself at all.
Yeah, I think part of the problem with a lot of people, even when you had just basic conversations, you could just be general conversation. People want to personalize it. So they want to. They want to use them.
Yes.
I'm not talking about you. He ain't talking about you. It ain't got shit that got to do. It ain't got nothing to do with what you got going on in your personal life or your relationships. You're personalizing those jokes. Now, maybe he hitting home to a certain degree about things, but you're making it about you. And I noticed that in conversations with people is that they want to make it about them or what they got going on. Like, this is just a general conversation.
And that's what I noticed about, especially, like, I was thinking about when I watched the interview and he was talking about, Cam asked Corey who was more influential, Kim Kardashian or T.I.
Mm-hmm.
And even me thinking with my logical brain, I'm like, T.I. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I wasn't thinking about it in the lens of what Cam Newton was talking about. So if we're talking about which one has more influence, the true answer is Kim Kardashian, because Kim Kardashian we don't need to go down that line of all the stuff, all the influence that she has in. But
have a lot of people, have a lot of women out here looking like ants.
What? You know what I'm saying? From ants to
ants is crazy.
Looking like they can't sniff anything through their nose.
Thick ass bug.
Get the mop, man. Get the mop. Stop all this stuff and get the mop.
Yeah, ants get the raid.
But yeah, Corey, it was tough for Corey to really look at Kim as being more influential than T.I. because of what her influence brings.
And then plus, Corey's a grown man. So Corey will listen more to T.I. than it will listen to Kim Kardashian.
It's like a double negative for her.
Yeah, Kim Kardashian ain't influencing just the younger generation, kind of, really.
I guess if you got BBL.
But that's still it's still like a younger thing, right?
Hell no, these old hoes got BBL. Old hoes. We might have one or two in the clouds watching. You old hoes. No, just
We have like 3 subscribers unsubscribe.
I've never if your woman came to you talking about I want to get a BBL.
No.
Like, bro.
No.
If it's not like any extra enhancement, I think is like you trying to go.
Look,
you want attention from other. You want attention.
It ain't even that. It's to me, like I say, pros outweigh the cons. You're gonna sit up here and go underneath the knife to get a fat ass. Do you know the complications that come with that? Your ass can start leaking. You can get an infection. You can die. That's the ultimate thing. You can die. So you're gonna have a surgery where somebody go cut on you or poke you that you don't have to save your life to maybe kill you.
Yes.
That's the way I look at it.
Yes. They said yes. There's a lot of them that said yes.
And I tell everybody that. Even females I talk to or whatever, like they ask me about that. I'm like, no, why would you do something that's going to sacrifice your life like that? You're not thinking logically.
Don't get in the gym. Get the best body that you can get in the gym.
And guess what? I tell this to them too. Some of the most successful, I ain't going to say this, that's going crazy, but the most married women out here have flat asses and getting their blacks blown out every night. Dude taking care of everything they need to be taken care of. They happy as hell with a flat ass.
1000%. Because if you notice, whenever you ask someone who's gone through those surgeries, why did they do it? It's centered around 2 things. One, Jay Everyday said it, they want attention. And then 2, it's centered around what men do on social media.
Oh, yeah.
Which also is connected to attention.
Y'all be hitting the like button on all the.
You double tap on this.
First of all, I don't do none of that. Honestly, like I be trying to get that shit off my algorithm. Don't send me none of that shit. Please.
It's so bad that it takes the viewing 1 second of it. Like if you just accidentally just scroll past and now your whole search. I can't stand it. OG said, I don't agree with all he says, but he speaks from personal experiences. Listen, if the man can cut off and roast his own kids. Sheesh. And Nasty Beauty said Kylie Jenner is taking over the girls now like her sister did back in the day.
What she got going on? What she adding to the game?
Same thing.
Oh, okay.
Same thing. Makeup and surgeries. And social media clout. OG said the real question is in what context, in terms of, he asked earlier, how and what influence does T.I. have, what influence does Kim Kardashian have? And the idea that Kim Kardashian has the idea of like beauty standards, maintaining beauty standards and selling sex. And T.I. is what T.I. stands for. But the thing is, Kim Kardashian has people out here trying to look for her. Look like her. Taking out loans. Selling houses to get this stuff done to their bodies. Listen, Kim Kardashian got people out here willing to die, like Maul been saying, to try to look pretty. That's a lot of influence. Pretty. Thank you guys for continuing to kick it with us, man. We got maybe 1 or 2 more things. Hit the like button. Share this with your friends. We greatly appreciate you. Where did it go? Here we go.
I chose Wix for...
This is one thing that's just blew up this week. Let's see. Nasty Beauty said, to play devil's advocate, there are some men who entertain voluminous women, i.e. script clubs, escort services, while having a wife at the crib. You're not lying. Oh, OG said you mean to look like the sisters.
And
Hey, you better tell them about Emma.
Sister, every day I got a scenario I got for you with that question you just said, and this dude said it, and this made like perfect sense, right? I view, like he said he viewed those women like an exotic car, right? Like you got, like when you go to Miami, what you do? You rent the Lambos, you rent the Porsches, and what you do to them? You dog the shit out of them car rental cars. You dog it out. You're not gonna buy this. You're not gonna take this home, and it's not gonna be the family vehicle or anything like that.
Let me get that Corolla.
But you going to go get something that's reliable. Is it right? No, I ain't even saying it's right or wrong. I mean, right and wrong or anything like whatever they do. But I'm just saying that's how people view when you say about voluptuous women like that, people with BBLs and all this other stuff, and they look good and all that stuff. Men know that later on down the line when we get old, I'm gonna have to take care of your ass. I don't want to take care of that shit. Your ass start leaking, titties start leaking, pus and shit coming out everywhere. My kids don't come out looking like I thought you look at first. Cause you got all this plastic in you. I thought you looked one way when you look totally another. You went from goddamn it Kevin to Raquel. you was born Kevin, but you came to me as Raquel. And I'm trying to have kids with you. Just a whole bunch of shit.
Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I think we going end the podcast. I might not be here next Sunday. I don't know what the fuck going on.
But
you look like one woman.
Yeah, and then you look like
at home,
somebody,
and then when we about to go outside, you look like a different
totally
woman.
Yeah, woman.
You look like
it was just a joke.
The woman Kevin.
I was just bullshit. But that's I think what she was trying to get at. Well,
what the fuck going on, man? This is a big no Diddy. Okay.
Oh shit, man.
Pause. Gotta say it, man. Ooh, DHPX, what's good, bro? What's good? He said you can sue for that. He said Maul likes Kevin's.
What else, kid? You can't get this nigga no ammo, Maul.
It's cool.
He wake up
on bullshit.
He say, Maul said something.
OG said, LOL, big slip, Maul.
Big slip. Big slip about what?
You play this back, you'll see it. I'm normally the one that has stuff going over my head. Oh, jeez. All right. So, we had to talk about it, man. We had to because this just blew up. Now, you guys are going to have to inform me on what's going on because I tried to watch videos and stuff, but you guys...
This is just for the algorithm. We got to do this, Lil Durk looked like a goddamn dyke.
And rapper Lil Durk has been arrested and charged with a murder-for-hire plot. The Chicago native, whose real name is Durk Banks, was arrested in Florida by the U.S. Marshals Service. The 32-year-old's arrest comes as 5 other people in Chicago were arrested in connection with the investigation. According to the complaint, Banks and his co-conspirators allegedly worked together to, quote, track...
It's weird seeing him with black hair.
Stalk and attempt to murder a target.
Because he always has the blonde, yeah.
At a Los Angeles gas station, firing at least 18 rounds into the person's vehicle, striking and killing a passenger in the car. Banks made his first court appearance this afternoon in Miami. Banks' lawyer asked for privacy after leaving court, telling ABC, quote, "We will not be commenting at this time." I want to bring in ABC News contributor and Sirius XM radio host Mike Muse and ABC News contributor and criminal defense attorney Shauna Lloyd for more on all of this. And Shauna, I want to start with you on this. The charges against these men include conspiracy to commit murder for hire and use of a machine gun in a violent crime resulting in a death. The most serious charge carries up to the death penalty if convicted. So, I mean, I know it's early, but how do you see this playing out?
Alex, this is a very serious charge. Conspiracy is one of those charges that all it takes is voluntary knowledge. So as long as you had any conversation with 2 or more about something, a plan to further this plot for hire, and it resulted in a death, you are looking at those.
I said the feds got the case. This is a Fed case. 98% conviction rate. You out of that, buddy.
either life imprisonment and up to the death penalty. So it does not take a lot to be convicted of conspiracy charges. Now, they do have to show that he was voluntarily a part of this conspiracy, and they're going to have to show that he knew what the conspiracy, what the end goal of the conspiracy is. And so that's the burden. But conspiracy does not take...
Puppies? Type in the pound puppy. Look at this nigga. He look like a lesbian pound puppy. Type...
A pound puppy. I've never heard of that before.
You never heard of pound puppies?
I've never heard of a pound. I've never heard.
This nigga look like a pound puppy.
I've seen those before, but I ain't know those
That's him in the black. I tell you, I know.
You talking this one?
Yeah, that's him. Right, look, pound. Look, see? Can't tell me that ain't Durk. Durk the pound puppy.
Oh shit, man.
Damn, y'all ain't have pound puppies?
No.
Damn, y'all live rough.
Oh, where'd it go?
Bravo, you took the key back already? I heard that.
Bravo, you gave this nigga a key for why?
I think Bravo and Maywood.
Maywood, was it? It's one of them woods.
And that's Bravo.
Give us our
Mayor took
key
back
back.
the key to the village right when the news dropped. What does that even mean? Having a key to anything? Key to the city. What, Kanye got the key to what, Chicago or something like that? Or no, I know he got an honorary like doctorate from Columbia.
But I think when you get the key, it's like you got a day or something like that, right? A key to unlock the city.
Oh no, man.
Like who? What? I think Glorilla got the key to wherever she's from. Diddy got like a key to New York.
They took that back too.
But you see, like all these people that's getting keys get them revoked.
Yeah, well, somebody should get this jail key.
Let's see. The jail key.
Yeah, they finna open the slammer.
As much as other charges. So this is a very serious crime.
Mike, you know, one of the things that strikes me about this is Durk has long touted himself as the voice, especially from Chicago. He's noted his connection to the trenches, but also he's had a kind of a stellar 2024, appearing on some hit TV shows and new music on the way. He just celebrated a birthday. So I'm curious. I mean, how is the music and entertainment world processing this news? I mean, that had to be a huge shock.
Yeah, it was very much a huge shock, and particularly coming off the Grammys when he had the song "All My Life" with J. Cole, which is pretty much one of his biggest singles that he's had to date. That had incredible commercial success. Lil Durk is part of what is called the drill movement in Chicago, and so every region in the United States has a different sound when it comes to hip hop. And so Lil Durk was really at the forefront of the drill music, which is controversial. It is very rooted in gang culture. I don't think any of us involved in the music industry, entertainment industry, realized that Lil Durk would actually have the capability to send out and put out a hit. This was a retaliation to another popular rapper in the drill genre of music, King Von. And so this was to enact revenge against the murder of King Von. What this goes to, though, Alex, is a larger conversation that we need to be having in America is how do we address gang culture, and then how do we address the violence that precipitates within particular urban communities. Every time we have a death or a murder such as this is when we need to be thinking about gun reform, gun legislation, and how much guns are on the streets, in particular within Chicago, which has a complicated dynamic with guns.
What's not?
Guns and shit on the street. That's not trying to tie all that together.
Right.
That's
I wanted to stop it right there as well.
I think that
farm and gun legislation.
No, I think that, you know, his music provides a certain energy. You know what I mean? That the guns is already out there, but his music provides a certain energy. You get into a certain mood. You know, when you want to do these drills, right? Because we gotta admit, right? Music does emit a certain energy. That's why you listen to whatever music you're listening to lift weights. I guarantee you're not finna go listen to no jazz or nothing smooth, right? You gonna
do sometimes.
Okay, cool. Then
most people definitely say
I know most people. I'm just saying I do.
I can listen to whatever.
You're gonna put on some R. Kelly, something smooth when it's time to crack. You know what I'm saying? Some freaky shit, right? It's about it emits a certain energy. So Durk should put out a certain and all that drill stuff. It's gonna be a certain energy, kind of high tempo, high energy. I'm on that type of time. Shit.
because of the bordering states that they have in terms of how the other states that surround Illinois have very loose gun restriction laws and the way that guns can flow into cities like Chicago. And so I think moments like this gives us an opportunity to address how are we going to tackle the growing issue of violence within our cities, how are we going to tackle gun violence and gun reform, and then how are we going to tackle the gang culture that exists in our major cities.
Well, and Shauna, one more here, because you mentioned conspiracy earlier. How might prosecutors be looking at this OTF group that Durk was a part of? I mean, are we going to see some repeats of what happened in the YSL, what's happening in the YSL case?
I think so.
Well, this one's going to be a little different because even when we look at the indictment, they already have text messages, which tends to lead me to the information that there may have been an informant because they got this information very quickly. Let's remember these arrests just happened, so they would have had to get these phone records. So if they have a direct source, we're going to see this move a lot more quickly. It cites text messages and phone calls where we can see the exact communications. So they have direct evidence already that's going to move.
The dude who was because he was participating.
So,
okay, we'll talk about it in a minute.
I mean, that shit over with.
Well, yeah, actually.
This a lot more quickly than what we see in the YSL trial.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. So you were just saying
Mike Muse
that's
and
the
Sean
definition of a snitch.
Yeah, if you participate in the crime, then you go and in his case he wore the snitch or whatever. Dude case he wore a wire and all that.
For 2 years, they said.
Yeah. So what is the overall situation that's going on? Because obviously he got arrested for murder for hire, but like what brought this about?
So they went out and the murder for hire was for retaliation on Quando Rondo, but they ended up killing Quando Rondo's cousin out in L.A. So that's what happened. You got Durk in text messages saying that don't use my name to book any flights.
I saw that.
Right?
Saw that.
But they used the company credit card to book the flights. Ultimately, I mean, you guys are dumb. It just is what it is, man. You guys ain't. You should have got some real professional hitters.
So ultimately, it's centered around
retaliation
for King Von.
Mm-hmm.
And though Durk got arrested for the evidence that one of his homies, or at least I guess he thought was his homies, had given to the authorities.
Yes.
So he had been an informant for 2 years or so, or they have 2 years worth of interactions, conversations, or whatever. Okay, I think it's starting to land. So, Ma, what are your thoughts about this whole thing?
I'm a free man. I'm about to go live in a minute as soon as we get through this podcast.
Nasty Beauty said, heard that one of his homies wore a wire around Durk too. Yeah, I heard that as well. And that's somebody told me that, yeah, it was specifically that actually, that he was wearing a wire around Durk for those 2 years or whatever the case. And they had him on audio. I was about to say video, on audio, to having whatever conversations. I don't know anything about that yet.
I find this odd. I mean, it probably has nothing to do with what happened, but Durk just hit his last concert here in Chicago. And just north of the United Center, you had 3 people get shot, 1 got killed.
Mm-hmm.
That was a young white boy from Elgin. Young white man, whatever. I don't want to be rude or anything. But he got killed. His girlfriend, I think his friend got shot. So, it just kind of lets you know, the type of energy that surrounds that.
They tried to blame it on him too, right?
Yeah, they were going to the concert. Okay. They were on their way to the concert.
And they were on their way to the concert?
Yeah, this was like 6 o'clock, 6:30 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So, look, that neighborhood is old project neighborhood. You know what I mean? Even though it looked mixed over there.
Yeah, it's
right? Those are
Hornets, right? Hornets, right? Henry Hornets.
Henry Horner.
Yeah.
So those used to be projects. So a lot of those, they then moved into like the mixed income type situation. But a lot of them niggas still be over there, and they catch you lacking.
What are your thoughts on drill music in general? Whatever comes to mind, what do you think about it?
For me, I could process it, right? So I could use it for
Just getting hype.
Yeah, just getting hype, going to the gym, riding the bike or whatever. It's just another song to me, right? I don't. For me, I'm about to be 40. You're not finna influence me to go do some shit. But for the younger people, it's kind of almost like a drug, right? You smoking weed or whatever at a young age, or drinking alcohol, it makes your brain, move a certain way. To me, right? And it influences you to do certain things that you probably, or help influence to do certain things that you probably wouldn't naturally do it.
What about you, Mo?
I just think I agree with what Jerry Day said. It's like it influences you to do all this stuff, but not if you can't compartmentalize of like, this is just a song. I don't supposed to be going out here doing this. They dumb if they out here going out here doing this. And sometimes kids can't tell the difference.
Me personally, I like it.
What?
What?
You say you what? Say it again.
I like drill music. Specifically,
what, the gospel drill music.
Gospel drill is crazy. Drill. Drilling on the devil and his demons.
But no, I was given I guess you could say my slight bias against rap music and what the major subject matters of rap music are. Major subject matters of rap music are, yeah. So I wanted to be biased against it. I wanted to be like, no, I don't like it. No, this is they need to get rid of this I guess subgenre of rap. Would you call it subgenre? They need to get rid of this as garbage. But then I would be in different places when I don't have control over the music that's being played. The people are playing it around me, and I'm listening to it. I'm like,
I got a drop on this sucker nigga. He from Tennessee. Look at
I wanted you to keep going.
I thought you was for the remix. Mm-hmm. I got a drop on this flexing nigga. He's from the other church. He from St. Baptist.
St. Baptist. That's crazy.
That's what a lot of people do. They switch certain words in other songs to make a gospel music, and I don't like that.
Saint and Baptist in the same sentence.
Now you know what did kind of bother me about this, because I didn't know about none of this that like dropped, right? All of a sudden I was like, I'm strolling on Facebook or whatever like that, and it just popped up like, man, that man wore a wire for 2 years by Durk. I'm like, what the fuck is somebody talking about? I'm thinking it's a fake like little like clip or whatever. Then I go down and they say free Durk. I'm like, what the fuck happened? Then I keep strolling, then everything started flooding in. All of a sudden it just started like coming, like, oh, did you hear about Durk? I'm like, what happened? And this is like working everyday people like me, and I'm like, you more concerned about that? Like, and then it's like, and this go for a lot of things though. This is how I think. And people was thinking like I was insensitive to the thing, but I'm like, bro, I'm finna go to the fucking gym. I don't give a fuck what happened. The man locked up. I don't care. I'm finna go I'm finna go live my life. My law-abiding citizen life. That's what I'm finna go do. You feel me? I'm finna go live. I follow the rules so I won't be in jail. But then I think about it too. Us as black people are really fucked up. Because we say stop the violence. We say stop killing. We say stop all these things, right? But they got him on a wiretap sending out a hit. Even though that's your favorite rapper or anything like that, he still committed a murder. He killed another black person. Right? But we say free him though. I don't know if he did it. I'm going by what the clips and everything what was said. That's what I'm going by. I'm going by all the information I was given. But we'll say free him though. Because y'all like him. But then we'll say stop the killing. We'll say stop all the violence. We'll say stop all this. That's the first thing that came to my mind. But us as black people, we are so, but then you would say, fuck Charleston White because he's speaking the same thing I'm talking about right now. Fuck all these other people who speaking the same thing. They don't know what they talking about. But we as black people is champion this dude from a murder from hire, bro. And like Jerry Day said, the feds got this. Ain't no beating this. It's a wrap. Unless you plea out. You're going to have to plea out. If you don't want to get the death penalty or whatever like that. But us as black people, even people that work on an everyday basis, that pay taxes, are sitting up here talking about, man, free Durk. That's fucked up, man. They got a free Durk. They got a free Durk. But he's on tape and got record of him a murder for hire. But we sitting over here talking about free Durk though.
I wonder what it would take for since we're on this particular subject, what it would take for us to separate ourselves from the worst elements of us.
I already do.
That's
I got that from Jerry Day.
That's a personal thing.
Yeah, Jerry Day. I got that from Jerry Day. When I started messing with him, that's when I started like, yeah, that's them black people. I'm us black people. I don't do that. That's them. I'm us. I'm over here.
That's them niggas.
That's them niggas.
I got a question. So, and it's kind of has something to do with it, with what happened. But if you had like a loved one or something, and you told your loved one, to don't do something, and somebody got down on them, basically killed them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this loved one meant so much to you, right? I'm not saying that's this exact situation, but do you retaliate? And that's something I think about. If it was a loved one of mine and I told them not to do it and somebody got down on them, do I retaliate? And as of right now, where I stand is, even though I told them not to do it, that's a loved one of mine, I'm going to have to get down on you. It might not be right, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to have to, and that unfortunately feeds into the cycle, right? And that's why you try to avoid, just certain situations. You want your family members, your children and whatever to avoid certain situations so you don't have to retaliate.
It depends on who you talking about retaliate. What family member?
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to.
Yeah, it could be everybody.
No, it's not everybody. That's why I said somebody that's you love dearly. This is a close person to you. So I don't want to use anybody specific because I don't really like putting that type of energy out there. But what I'm saying is, feel me as if it was somebody that close to you in which it would make you think that shit, I might have to go, even though I told them not to do that. I need to go do something about the person that did something to them. And then whatever repercussions come his way.
Yeah, don't be talking about free me.
Yeah.
There's no free me. I did what
or
I did.
even if somebody wanted to come see you about it. What I'm saying is I'm going to have to, but it helps repeat the cycle as well. And that's something that I think it's like we try to tell people to kind of forget, hey, because these guys be homies and stuff like that, and I get it. I'm not sure how much King Von meant to Durk specifically.
Probably meant a lot to him, though.
Right.
If you do that, you ready all damn to throw your life away. He meant a lot to you.
So how do you tell an individual, like, nah, you know what, forget that?
I ain't saying I don't understand it. I understand it because I'm going to probably do the same thing. I would probably be on the same type of time, but it's just, to me, the biggest thing is it's for us as a community that we sit up here and we say all this stuff, but we hypocritical. But then me saying this right now on our pod, like your
GHPX, your brother?
No.
I don't know what
the child of God be talking about, I need to go ahead and be a law-abiding citizen and just, you got to eat that. And I wear a wire. Read all DXPH stuff so we give him some attention. He needs some attention.
All right, let's go back. Let's see. DXPX said Maul going to be the one wearing wires.
Hold on. We're going to pause it right there. Maul going to be the one wearing wires, but everybody know in this group chat right here on this thing, because we're going to give DH all the attention he wants. Who going to be the one that's going to tell something when he get mad? Continue.
He said, free Durk, man.
That's
Beauty
that's
said,
the law. That's the child of God talking. Keep going.
Nasty Beauty said, I like drill music because some of the OGs went to or partied at my high school. However, some songs were fire.
Mm-hmm.
DHPX said, free Larry Hoover too.
Just some ignorant shit. Keep going.
Free the chairman.
Another ignorant comment. Keep going.
Maul snitching. He gonna wear that wire.
For the snitch who talk, the one who always talking about somebody gonna snitch, that's gonna be the one gonna tell because he always in his feelings because he get mad about things. Continue.
God said an eye for an eye. I'm a child of God.
I'm with you on that. I agree with that.
I thought that was Hammurabi, man.
Whoever it was, I'm with you on that.
It's so easy for people to clip the Bible and not finish the whole scripture.
Yeah, like the XPH.
He said, free that man, insert name. Timothy Taylor, I don't think you ever been in a part of the live, bro.
Salute,
welcome,
brother.
welcome,
Salute.
welcome. Those from the outside of Chicago are inciting violence from drill music to live up to what they're rapping about. those outside of Chicago are inciting violence from drill music. Oh, okay, I got you. People outside of Chicago are trying to live up to drill music and bring that thought, and bring that behavior to Chicago.
Yeah, that's what get the city a bad name.
Yeah, it's definitely been influential throughout. I mean, not just they got this shit going on in London and Paris, drills. Normally they don't even have a real big gun or homicide issue in those countries or in those cities specifically.
Yeah, and as far as me, when you that's a really tough question, because you can insert whatever person in your life and say, if I tell somebody not to do something because I know it's a bad idea and they go do it, you can insert any person in your life in that scenario, and different people would get different reactions. But as for me, it's like, God forbid something like that ever happens to anybody that's close to me. Natural reaction is if somebody close to you or close to me dies from specifically gun violence, I know my people don't live like that. So if they died of gun violence, it'll be something that's like, I wish I could find that person. I think that's a natural reaction. But how would that even happen? Because admittedly, I'm not a part of that life whatsoever.
I don't think none of us really is that part of life, but we are human. We do have feelings.
Yeah, I think it's a natural reaction to want revenge.
You'll be enraged. You'll be fearful. Like certain relatives, it's like, bro, you're damn near you know, like it's just it is what it is. We're gonna yeah, you will. I can't tell you not to do it or not. No, I'm not saying that, but I'm just the thing about it to me the most is we try to say stop the violence, but then we champion talking about free these people. It's like, okay,
I 1000% agree with you.
I don't get it. I really do not get it. I promise you, I don't get it.
Free the very people that's causing the problems.
Yes, they talking about free the real, lock up the fake. He real because he did some crimes. That's real.
Yeah. I guess, it also depends. Sometimes people, they say that because they may be a part of that gang. They may be affiliated. And then, sometimes people, the ops don't want to get them because they don't want him in jail because they want to get him. So they'll say, free that man. I've heard it on, kind of both sides. It sounds strange, but yeah. If I could leave one thing, at least on a podcast, for all of you criminals watching this, is when you do things, and this is one thing that I've learned from watching, like, just my crime documentaries, and, I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with Paid in Full and Rich Porter and Alpo, or, what was Alpo's name?
Rico.
Rico, right? So, and Paid in Full, his name was Rico, but real name Alpo. What I learned about Alpo after just watching hours and hours of different things is that he knew who he was dealing with, meaning even though he, turned out to be a snitch or whatever it was, he knew he was playing the game. And in the game that they played, nobody is friends. There's no honor amongst thieves. If you're going to do some shit, do it by yourself.
Facts.
Is what I'm learning is that if you're gonna do something, so even if you have to retaliate, it's nobody else's business. You go do it by yourself. You go handle your business. I'm not trying to incite anybody to do nothing. I'm not saying it's okay, but if you do something, the only person should know is you, so you don't have anybody else, basically snitching and telling on both of y'all essentially. So
do whatever your heart desire you to do.
And you know what I notice about those situations? In a lot of cases, people that don't even have to do with that situation become collateral damage to it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, like, let's just say a gunfight happened. Nobody from either a gun by gangs, two gangs firing at each other. Nobody from either gang actually gets hit. It's the people that's running away from the situation or trying to avoid themselves getting hit and trying to stay safe that oftentimes become victims of what's happening.
And sometimes they want to be people like to be in a mix of shit.
No, but you go back to earlier. We said it on the beginning of the podcast where we got people being nosy, not minding your fucking business.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
that ain't got nothing to do with you. That's why let's go back to high school days. Like, you know when there used to be high school fights and shit?
Yeah.
When there used to be a high school fight,
Move
I used to turn around and go the opposite way. I would look to make sure ain't none of my family's over there fighting. Yeah, to pay attention to that. But after that, I'm not going to sit here, because that's how stuff like that is always the innocent getting killed. It's always the innocent getting killed. Every time it's the innocent bystanders that have nothing to do with it getting killed. Just like when you go to parks and stuff like that and you see all the gangbangers over here playing music and all that stuff and people talking about, yo, this is fun. But it's always the people that's just out there to have fun and just being chilling, they end up the ones being killed.
Because they're in the mix.
Yes.
You know the park where these niggas is going to be at.
Yes.
You want to be over there because it's fun for the moment until the guns get, you know.
And you know what this is. You know who them people, you know who everybody is around here. You stay around here, you know who the gangsters is. You know who the drug dealers is. You know who kind of into it with who. So why would you stay there and party with them and do all that with them? Why not move around?
DHBX said, Larry ain't do nothing, no. He said, Maul is Alpo. Timmy Taylor. He said, DJ Academics, DJ Vlad, Jordan Tower, Adam 22 has turned small-time local Chicago beefs into worldwide gossip ambulance chasing.
True. The culture vultures.
DHPX said, Timmy Taylor, you spitting. Clout chasing.
Shit, they got real rich off that shit too, though.
You know, it's a two-part fold to that. It's them seeking out those people to interview and those people choosing to interview them or choosing to take the interview.
But shit, if he paying you a couple dollars, you ain't got a couple dollars, you ain't got no motion going on, you gonna go.
I don't know. I don't know those people pockets, even though I'm a pocket watcher.
But I'm saying though, if
so
if you got something,
but that sounds like what. Not saying that you're saying this, but that comment comes off to me like what Timmy Taylor say. Chicago beat he turned small Chicago beats into worldwide gossip and ambulance chasing. And I'm saying two parts of it is the interviewer and the interviewee.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds like you're saying as long as the interviewer is offering money, then the small time Chicago beefs are for sale. As long as they can get these people, pay these people a little bit of money to do the interview, they're going to go up there and get paid and put this information out for the world to see.
I would say that. I wouldn't say that quite, because what I was trying to say is when you got shit going on, you're not for the bullshit. If them people had stuff really going on in a major way, they wouldn't be up there trying to interview or trying to tell no story. Unless you're a rapper or something. Now, let me rephrase that, because if you're a rapper or something, you're trying to promote something, you'll go on there and do that, whatever.
But that's what they go under. They go under as being rappers.
Okay.
Because I can get, Vlad ain't paying much. This nigga paying $500. So if that's some money, then, it is what it is.
I ain't say that was no money.
I'm just saying, if it's some money, he clearly not paying whatever Marlon was asking for.
Yeah.
So
I think he paid certain people that, because he didn't pay Boosie be getting a nice bag from him.
Yeah, I mean, the interviews you getting out of Boosie though.
It's true.
Let's see. OG said, go solo. Facts. DSPA said before then they was watching Chicago news and listening to the drilling to get information. So that's also saying that people putting that stuff out there, especially if they listen to the music, the people that's making the drill music are putting it out there for them to consume and make content off of. While your people are dying, you giving them more money and clout. Just because you want to talk about whatever's going on in your music. I blame the people that put the information out there in the first place.
It is. But a lot of these are, at first, they be like young, teenagers. So these people, they young, they living fast. They living fast. They doing drugs, whatever. But, they living fast. And they clearly don't have no guidance. I seen a video earlier this week of a young man. I don't know his name or anything. One of these little young rappers. But he was like 15. Got killed. You know what I mean? Somewhere out south, but he got killed. It's something consistent, and it's going to continue to happen, and hey, just stay out the way.
Timothy Taylor, sorry, put some respect on your name. My bad. Cam Capone is a Mexican, and he got more subscribers than most black YouTube channels strictly from Black Chicago street politics.
Yeah, DJU.
I wonder what's his demographic though, with all them subscribers though.
These be suburban white people.
Who subscribe to that shit?
Hell yeah.
Oh.
I mean, they all over the Reddit. You know, you go to they got a Reddit and you can go to, it's called Chicagoology or some shit. Chicago Gangology or something like that. And you know, anybody you look up, they're gonna they'll tell you about the murders and how many bodies, you know, 051 Melly Head and all these other dudes, who killed who. I mean, they really get into it. It's like it's like detective work.
Like Trap Lord Ross.
Trap Lord Ross.
Like he made a 3-hour documentary on King Von. Like the death
This
of King
nigga
Von.
stay making 3-hour documentaries. It's just not about King Von. He has like 3-hour documentaries on any nigga in Chicago, and he's in London or some shit.
But guess what though? What all this boil down to? What all this like to sum a button on all this stuff?
For me, it's black people are the bread and butter for a lot of people. You know what I mean? You think about it again. We talking about podcasting, but we talked about it before. Your police, your paramedics, your fire department, your judges, you know what I'm saying? Some of everybody off the backs of black people, because unfortunately some of us can't get right. Shit.
All right. So this is the last thing I want to ask about this, because you started to say it, and I want to get to one last thing before we go. You started to say it while we were watching the ABC video. What ABC is right leaning or left leaning? Do you know off the top of your head?
Nah, I don't know. I'm a guess probably left.
Let's say what is this says.
I'm a guess left. Only real right wing is gonna be Fox.
It said respondents on the left rated ABC News as leaning right on average. Okay. Well, so when they mentioned gun violence in the video that we just watched, and the person in the video was saying this is just a testament to the necessity of strengthening gun laws and gun restrictions in Chicago.
Oh, they say this was a testament to do it?
Yeah, yes. I was about to say King Von, Lil Durk situation.
Oh, the murder for hire thing. They were saying this is what should make us strengthen the gun laws.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about that?
When all them niggas criminals, all them niggas got records. They can't get no guns legally.
Yeah, to me that has nothing to do.
You didn't think about that?
With the price of tea in China.
They don't got. What do you say? Say it again.
That has nothing to do with the price of tea in China. Furthermore, that shit, the hit happened out in L.A.
And they got some of the strictest gun laws.
Their shit stricter than Illinois gun laws.
Way stricter.
Right, you can't even have a magazine over 10 if you do get a concealing carry out there.
And guess what? When you shoot your gun, you got to shoot like, bow, 1,000, 1,000, bow. You got to keep doing it like that. Like all that stuff like they talking about, it don't mean nothing. Nothing at all.
Look,
they
I have
shit.
an armory right in my neighborhood. Like, it's down the street. So, you know, you wonder how a lot of these guns get into the neighborhoods. Like, you know, the surrounding areas, Woodlawn, Grand Boulevard, what else is around there? Washington Park. You wonder how they get these guns. There's probably some inside shit, you know, allegedly.
And that's that was my ultimate sentiment, because I kind of already knew what your answers would be, but it's not the people that obey the law that have the problems. It's not the people, for the most part, it's not the people that obey the law that create all of these situations, most of these situations. It's the people that disobey the law that cause these problems. So last thing, Nasty Beauty said ABC is left.
That's what I thought.
It sounds like it because whenever I hear people start talking about gun laws on most of the time in the media, it's a left-leaning person or program. Because again, it's not the people that obey the law that are the problem.
Right.
Timothy Taylor said the police union don't want to stop black-on-black crime because it feeds their families.
Mm-hmm. He's spitting.
You get one of these, Tim. All right. So
Timothy Taylor, I'm thinking that's not your real name.
Tim the two-time Taylor.
All right. So this is our last thing. that we're going to talk about today because, you know, it's getting close to time, which, by the way, I forgot to mention this as part of my week this week. I early voted this week.
Dope.
Went and got it out of the way because just got it out of the way.
Thank you for that vote. I appreciate you.
Don't
forget, vote for me.
I wrote
J. Adams 2024.
Wrote them in, but this is the last thing. So this is it's been a crazy.
Beyonce mama. What the fuck is this?
It's been a crazy political climate as of late. Like, it's getting worse and worse and crazier as the.
We not finna watch 10 minutes of this, are we?
We gonna skip through.
Oh.
So that's part of it that I wanted to show y'all, right? Beyonce mom. See, this is a Kamala Harris rally, right? Now, here's the thing.
The fuck she on?
That's Kelly?
This is
That's
some
Kelly?
crazy shit. Why they got her looking like she got like a Pee Wee Herman suit on?
That's Kelly Roy?
Yep.
Is that Beyonce?
Yes, sir.
Why they got her dressed up like that? The fuck is this shit?
Welcome, everybody.
I don't want to argue.
Welcome to my Houston family. I am so proud to be here back in
You
Houston
sue that.
with my mama T and my sister. Welcome to this day, this remarkable, this joyous day. A date, a day,
She
a
got
time,
one of Jay-Z
a moment
suits.
with weight and meaning.
This is crazy. That's
Our
big as
country
hell.
for our people and for the world. A moment, Houston, where we grab back the pen from those who are trying to write an American story of division and hatred. A moment when we grab back the pen from those who are trying to write an American story of misogyny
Like a
and
mime.
racism. We are grabbing back the pen from those who are trying to write an American story that would deny the right for women to make our own decisions about our bodies. Houston, we are grabbing back the pen.
You actually watched this?
We are grabbing back the pen.
It's only like 4 minutes total.
With Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. We are
Well,
grabbing
all that
back
in
the pen
Texas gonna
to
still
write
be
a new
rigged.
American story, a story of community, of equality, strength, of kindness, and of hope. When I was a little girl and I pledged allegiance to the United States of America, that meant something to me. That flag meant something to me. And today, that means grabbing that pen and casting my vote, as I already did 2 days ago, for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. Now, Houston. H-Town.
Must have paid to get her up there.
We are so happy to be standing here on this stage as proud country Texas women supporting and celebrating the one and only Vice President Kamala Harris. A woman who's been pushing for what this country really needs right now, unity. It's impossible not to feel the energy in this room, the positivity, the community, the humanity. We are at the precipice of an incredible shift, the brink of history. I'm not here as a celebrity. I'm not here as a politician. I'm here as a mother. A mother who cares deeply about the world.
She must be trying to get that $6,000 a kid too. Then.
So that's essentially what happened. One of the many things that happened. I think that happened maybe a day or two ago. So, judging from that not conversation, but what they said, did you recall anything they said about any type of policy?
No.
Do any of them do? Though when any celebrity come up there for any kind of anything, do any of them do?
From yes, when you asking me, yes, I see it.
You see who?
Hold on. So you want what specific names?
Yeah, who mentioned the policy?
I don't. In all actuality, I haven't seen a celebrity on standing up for Republicans since the RNC.
So I don't know, man. Go ahead. Because you're saying that they up the due policy. They up there just to give an endorsement and to get some wows and oohs. I don't think no celebrity is going to be up there, saying nothing about policy.
Well, technically they did because they talked about women's reproductive rights.
So they did say something about policy there.
But that policy affects who specifically?
But it's still a policy.
Okay, cool. It's a policy, but who does that affect? So my ultimate question in that is, when you see Kamala Harris, do you really see her being able to negotiate with Vladimir Putin?
Do you see the other candidate willing to graduate with
He has.
Bro, go ahead, man. Because, bro, we study like that's why I want to talk about this, because we don't talk about Republicans too. We just talk about Democrats. And I'm not going to sign. I'm not bringing nothing, because I'm not up here to just sway people to say go for this. When you look at them two people, even if you do say Kamala is not presidential and she's not this, she's not that. So you telling me Trump is better than Kamala?
Yes.
That's why I say, when you say that shit like that, I look at you different. You can say whatever you want to say. You're still a homie, but I look at you different. Anybody who can tell me, when you've been sitting up here looking at this shit for the last 6 months, that he's a better thing than Kamala, I'm not saying vote for her. I'm not saying vote for him neither. But he's better than her? When you talking about presidential shit, the man is talking about being a dictator and all this shit, bro. Come on, man.
That's
real, bro.
But you clearly don't listen to things in context, because when it comes to
it's
being
an excuse. It's
when it comes to being dictator,
he's
specifying day one he's going to close the borders. He's going to be a dictator day one. His own words when it comes to closing the borders.
So when have you ever known somebody to be a dictator once and not be a dictator for real, permanently? When have you ever known anybody to be a dictator? Nigga, my house is a dictator. From the day I got in that motherfucker, it's a dictatorship. It's my dictatorship. Ain't nobody ever said they're gonna be a dictator for one time, and that's it.
When we seen him in office for 4 years, how much of a dictator was he in those 4 years?
Bro, and he did the worst job ever. You keep saying the economy was good.
You said that.
Let's go back. Because I really wanted to get into this real quick right now too. Because you sat up here and you say the economy was good under Trump, right? Was the economy good under Trump?
He got it from Biden's. What you about to say?
Huh?
He got it from Obama.
I asked you a question. Was the economy good underneath Trump? Yes or no? Huh?
Yes.
Who economy was that?
It definitely wasn't. Okay, you're going to say it's Obama's.
It was. Right? Okay.
Okay. It was.
Hold on. I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask all your questions too.
Okay.
Now, when Obama got the economy, who economy was that Obama inherited?
Obama's. Because he was in there for 8 years.
No, it still wasn't Obama's yet still. In the last couple years, yes, it was. But before Obama was fully out of there, who economy was that before?
Bush.
Thank you. But yeah, he only know about this because he started looking at politics not 2, 3, 4 years ago and not been looking at this shit since you've been grown. Now go ahead and ask me all your questions. And I'm asking them honestly too. I'm not gonna be on I'm just on this side of that side. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not gonna ask me your question.
What policies did Obama put in place that made?
I don't know because
okay, then so how can you say that then? How do we know it's Obama's economy?
He was the president, made it, bro.
But what did he sign? People love saying it. Specifics. What did he sign into place?
The Medicaid thing. The Medicaid for all. He put that into place.
People talk about how expensive that is and unaffordable that is all of the time.
You didn't ask.
Tough. Nah, I'm not gonna lie. That medical shit tough.
I understand that, but he asked me what policy. I just gave him a policy. That's all. He didn't ask me all that. He asked me for a policy. I gave him a policy.
What policy? I asked you what did Obama sign that resulted in a better economy under Trump? You said nothing. You said you don't know.
Bro, he was the president, Spaces.
What does that mean?
Okay, what thing did Trump do that made the economy good underneath them right now? What policies did Trump do?
What? Look.
He don't care. I'm just going back and forth with you. He don't give two shits.
Hell no, we can end this shit.
Yeah, but what policy did Trump do that gave them a good economy? What policies did Trump go put in the law that had him a great economy?
The North American Free Trade Agreement.
Just heard that, huh?
But
go ahead and continue.
Bro, come
man.
on,
I'm not
come on, man. Like you asked for some specific. You asked for something specific. I give you something specific, and you say, "Come on, man, it's not good enough."
I didn't say that was good enough. I did not say that was good enough. I didn't say that. I said you just not learned about that.
Look, one thing I gotta say about this. However you feel about Trump, he was the president before, right? However you feel about Kamala, I know a lot of times people will say, well, people don't want to vote Kamala because she's a woman.
That's their choice.
Well, have it their choice or not. What I'm saying is that would be kind of untrue because Hillary Clinton won the last popular vote. So it clearly said that people didn't mind of a person being a woman. I just wanted to clear that up because people be saying stupid shit. And because she's a woman, to me, never really even crossed my mind.
That's a fact.
My thing about her is that she just be avoiding all types of questions, just simple shit, right?
That's one of my things.
Look at the conversation.
Right? Again, Trump, I've never been a fan of, but I also don't get the whole this nigga's racist shit. Like, what policies? But you did vote Jim Crow Joe in, right? And so that's one of the things I also think about. Again,
if she was under Jim Crow Joe.
She has done policies that have, been a detriment to black people. So I mean that's essentially it. Again, I'm voting me 2024. You can vote me too. So I appreciate it.
Let's see.
But
go ahead.
No, I was looking at one specific comment about Tim. You said gas prices and food prices. And I'm like, we was in a pandemic, bro. Y'all can't use that. We was in a fucking pandemic. Wasn't nobody driving. How you gonna use that and we was in a pandemic?
What years did we go into quarantine?
We went in 2020.
And who's president at that time? All right, bro.
Will Hill.
We just switched presidents, but the gas was going down anyway, bro. What are we talking?
If it was going down, what nobody driving? If you talk about doing 2020, nobody was driving, so of course gas is going to go down.
Yeah, man.
You know what, man? I was looking at it yesterday. Gas kind of goes up with inflation, right? So gas, well, I can get gas for $2.91. I don't know what you can get it for, but I can get it for $2.91. Gas, if you look at, I was looking at yesterday, literally last night. What was the gas price for 1988? Why 88? I don't know. I just picked it. Because I remember, I think gas being like 91 cents around that time, between 91 cents and $1 and
like
$1.15 or something like that. If you adjust for inflation, gas is really $2.52. So 91 cents. If you adjust for inflation for today, it's $2.52. So whatever your local tax or whatever, these niggas didn't add it to it.
Your tax.
Yeah, your tax that you can't avoid.
I ain't paying tax.
You can't tell them no. Whatever tax that I'm just saying.
I ain't paying tax.
Yeah, okay. Tell them niggas that, but whatever. So I mean, gas is just that's the price. People say that about.
It's
gas.
Just the sentiment to me, and I'm gonna keep saying it till I'm blue in the face, bro. Now one of them niggas don't care about y'all. And for motherfuckers to be around here holding motherfuckers' dicks in their hand while they go use the bathroom and shake them shits, it's crazy work to me. Like, people is really up here, like, really get into it or do whatever you want to do and champion for somebody that don't care two shits about you. When it's all said and done, at the end of the day, when this is over with, whoever's in there for president gonna blame the Congress why they didn't get shit done that they promised to get done. They do it every year. And we be sitting up here arguing about this and about that, about what? That's why I say I don't want to talk about it no more. Because motherfuckers don't want to be real with the situation and real with everyday living. Hell yeah. Kamala be sitting over there dancing around fucking questions. She be dancing around questions. She said some shit the other day that really turned me off. But I know that other dude over there is not for me at all. Not one bit.
Okay.
Not one.
I'm just, and every time we have these conversations, I ask for a specific example as to what you mean and why you feel that way.
One way.
You say he's not for you.
He's not.
Okay, he's not for you. He's for America.
He for the rich people. He trying to get most of the taxes breaks and stuff. Like you say, he's talking about these tax breaks. When you break down those tax breaks, that shit go to the 1% of the 1%. That's for people who own fucking jets. But don't nobody really want to go dig deep into that. You want to just go for surface level. People don't dig all the way deep. And I'm not saying I'm the one that dig all the way deep too. But I dug deep on that. It was that.
I'll say one thing personal for me when it comes to, it may not have nothing to do with the president at all, but I have never had to pay anything back to taxes until Joe Biden got in office. I'm not going to hold you. This was when Trump was in office, Obama, Bush. As soon as Biden get in office, and that could be because of some policies maybe Trump passed at the end, I don't know. but I never had to pay, and I've been paying like for the past 3 years.
But have you made the most money you ever made though? Or you have your money went up?
It has, but it hasn't went up that drastically because I was solid. You know what I'm saying then, so it hasn't went up that drastically where I should owe that much more. That's what I'm saying.
I've always been old, and I've been old.
I've never had to owe, and that's what I'm just saying. For me, from my standpoint, I've never had to owe. We get a new president. Okay, well, yeah, you owe this amount. So I've never had to owe.
Well, only time will tell. We'll see who's wrong and who's right.
I don't think it's a wrong or right. I think the focus on this level is just this is beyond us, right? Niggas need to get deep into the grassroots shit around the crib. You know what I'm saying? We clean up around our crib, our local mayors, our local shit like that. I've always said that this presidential stuff, this is bigger than us. This not, people can argue about this. This is kind of like arguing religion to me. You know what I'm saying? People going, hey, well, nigga, I'm Christian. Nigga, I'm Muslim. I don't care.
That's 100. That's 100 right there. I agree with that. That's why because people just compile on one side and don't say like the other side is really for you too. It's not. It's not for you. It's not for you too.
Me personally, being the fact that the president stands for America, I want the president to focus on America as a whole, not any specific group of people. As best as they can. When I listen to them talk, I'm asking myself, how does this affect Americans? So when I hear somebody saying if automakers decide to go to take their auto manufacturing to Mexico, then one president is saying, yeah, if you do that, I'm going to raise tariffs on you to bring the manufacturing back to America to create more American jobs. Then that sounds like that person's for America, as opposed to constantly talking about baby deletions everywhere they go, stumbling over questions, not answering questions every single time the person is asked, what are you going to do on both ends? What are you going to do for about the immigration, about the open borders? I'm going to close the borders, this person says. And the other person says, you know what? I blame this other person for it. The person ain't been in office.
Well, I agree with you on that. What you just said. What is tariffs? Do y'all know what the definition of tariffs is? Because I keep hearing this question, tariffs. And I'm like, I thought when they come down to us, though, when we be paying the tariffs?
No, I mean, tariffs is tax. Long story.
But would it go to the company or would it come to us?
Company. What you mean? No, this is what a company pays to the government.
But when if the government tax them more tariffs, when they drive up the price a little bit?
Like tariffs would be something that, you know what I mean? Okay, say for instance, you were to have a business across seas somewhere in China. They want to bring they want to ship, import goods over here, right? We got to tax them for that, right? And that's basically, it's a tax. It's just another tax.
I know it's a tax, so they'll tax them. But wouldn't that later on affect us, though? Because then when they drive up the price of that?
Oh, yeah, but it's a way to also keep your your local business in competition. You see what I'm saying? Like, you may have something that's American made. If you go over here to China and they're able to produce it a lot, because companies going to go somewhere else to produce some things a lot cheaper, because obviously they don't have the same requirements in regards to just certain standards, right? So if they're able to produce it cheaper over there and then sell it over here.
Okay. No, I just want to know, because I heard tariffs and I tried to Google it. I really couldn't spell it.
Tax.
Yeah, it's just tax. Okay.
It says here that a tariff is a tax that a government imposes on imported or exported goods or services between countries.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Now to yeah. So one thing that I do need to get further clarity on is how the taxes, because people say that like the taxes on tariffs can be passed down to people, passed down to the taxpayers or whatever. Now here's my one thing that I listen to Trump say is people ask, how can we avoid the taxes that come down to people from tariffs? He says, well, manufacture your cars in America. There's no way to charge tariffs. The whole point of taxes is imported and exported goods. If it's made in America and sold in America, you don't get charged tariffs. You don't get charged taxes. Nobody gets extra taxes. Make your cars here.
Right, but then you also got to realize countries will play the tariff game, in which, okay, well, shit, you gonna tax me, we gonna tax you for shit coming in here.
And that's what I want somebody to ask Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever he goes on an interview, okay, so I can't make my cars in Mexico, so how does that affect other people that import and export goods in America?
I would personally rather you made your cars, and even though I would personally wouldn't mind cars being made in Mexico versus it being made in China, just for the simple fact it still stays within the North America. It still stays within the region. Obviously, I would want it built here first,
right,
or Canada, and then Mexico, and so on. I want it on this side,
this
side first, right? And, I mean, that's just kind of how I think about things. But whatever.
That makes sense though. That's a good idea. At the very least,
yeah. I mean, maybe it would help reduce people from coming. Okay, well, we provide them some jobs down there as well. Maybe they'll help them slow down some illegal immigration. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Got a lot of comments to catch up on. Let's see. Timothy Taylor said Kamala Harris is going to be on Club Shay Shay next week. Club Shay Shay getting a bag, but that's going to be. Nancy Beauty said Kelly stood in for Jay-Z since he's in Heat right now.
That's funny.
OG asked me who I vote for. Is it really a question? Nancy Beauty said she looks high as a kite. Who, Beyonce or Kelly?
Beyonce, probably.
I was thinking the same thing. Timothy Taylor said the entire rally was about baby deletion. It was a right to set up baby deletion rally. It was a baby deletion rally. Shoot. DHPX said go Trump 2024. OG said really DHPX? Yes. And add an H to that name.
Most motherfuckers just be saying that shit just to be talking.
Just to be what is it?
A contrarian is what, just to go against the grain. Yeah, just to go against the grain.
Stacy said don't lose relationships over politics.
Who not? We could. But I still look at them different though. There's no king.
Timothy Taylor said I ain't never seen a dictator fighting for unborn babies from being deleted. It's usually the other way around. I don't facts, Tim. Facts. OG said, what's your point, Spaces? I'm not sure what you said that too. The HBX said, but been on this political ish, he was grown. Is you crazy capping, Maul?
Who? Sir?
Let me reread it. But been on BUT, been on this political ish, he was grown crazy, you capping, Maul. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Nancy Beauty said, politics and religion brings out everything. Facts. Timothy Taylor said low gas and low food prices. He was talking about what happened under Trump's presidency.
Yeah.
OG said, DA, Attorney General, Senator, take skills, bro. DHJ said he's not racist. Facts. I haven't heard anything that would, and I notice, I'm choosing my words carefully. I haven't heard anything that would say that he's racist. It's something, all of it is stuff that people take and switch it into sounding racist, but it's never actually racist that I've heard.
But hold on, pause right there. When you fuck with somebody, they don't say shit like that. Like, you can't hear it.
That's not true. You think I'm biased, but you're wrong.
Bro, you say you don't like Kamala. When we asked you one nice thing about Kamala, you said because you don't like her.
She's a women's rights activist. She can do that.
No, but
she's
you
not
said,
presidential
come
material.
on, bro, you gonna just say that just now. But
well, tell you what, because I'm like I said, I feel like I'm in the middle here.
I am too. I am in the middle. I just
go. I'm with you. I'm with either way. How this go?
Yeah.
Right. Because I'm reading this book. It's called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Oh,
right,
you
by
already
Mark
know.
Manson. So I really don't give a fuck how this shit go.
Yeah, I already know.
What's something you would say, Maul, that you like about Kamala?
That she really talks about like being together and not like saying that I want to just be president for this or that. She's like saying on some. She's saying the words that she's saying, even though she don't say much, she been answering my question. It's like she's want to be in togetherness. I would say that nice. Then one thing I would say about Trump that I'm getting, I like on from day one, the nigga talking about that border shit, like shutting that shit down. Like that shit really resonate with me. Even though it's not affecting me and I'm in Chicago, I'm not in Chicago, but I understand and I see what is going around and stuff like, I see what's happening around me. You feel me? Then you say something I don't like about Kamala. When she was with did the interview with Charlamagne, and the girl said, what are you gonna do? No, they asked her a question about them sending the money all over Ukraine and shit like that. And she was like, oh, we can do both, and we have been doing both. And I wanted to say so bad, like, bitch, you lying. Y'all ain't been doing no fucking both. Y'all just been sending money. Like, people don't really see in the ground roots of thing of what's going on with how people is really, like, struggling with stuff, everyday stuff. They think because you see these numbers, everything is cool. It's not cool. Everyday people are struggling. And then Trump just, like, just some of the goofy stuff he's saying, he'd be like, oh, they're going to fly. And then he started talking about this, but we saying she dancing around questions. He is, too. You feel me? So it ain't like both of them not dancing. Both of them are dancing around some questions.
In that same interview with Charlemagne, he asked her about there's a video going around of her saying that she won't do anything specifically for black people. How do you respond to that? You know what she said?
Yeah.
She said that's simply not true.
No, she definitely said that.
What?
That's something I saw. I was like, oh, this is she. All right. So,
what?
And that was when she was a part of. They were running. Biden was running, right?
Yes,
So I assume her sentiment ain't gonna change.
We played that on this podcast. What she said. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna do something specifically for black people. No.
Yeah.
Her own words. Okay. Timothy Taylor said the inflation is worse since the Jimmy Carter administration. Shoot, I lost my spot.
I thought y'all was gonna say something too, good and bad. Y'all ain't gonna have me do it like I'm on the fence of either or.
Honestly, do you listen to these people talk in full on interviews?
Yeah.
Okay. If you notice one trend with Kamala Harris's interviews, they're all short.
What you mean?
They're all like 25, if that, minutes or less. Trump he was just on Joe Rogan.
I ain't listened to that.
I listened to like maybe first 30 minutes of, but Joe Rogan's podcast lasts 2 hours, 3 hours. It was another interview that he did that was an hour long, asking him specific details on how he's going to do what it is that he do. And to your if this is what I'm saying, this is just rough calculation. If both people are asked the same 10 questions, Trump will answer 8 and dance around 2. Vice versa with Kamala.
Oh.
And it's only the stuff that she feels comfortable with, that she knows that she has to secure her base with. If she says anything outside of anything, and even with Trump too, but so what, good and bad? I mean, she, like you said, she has a way with words. She has a way of evoking people's emotions and getting them to believe in what she says.
Yeah,
she has a way of words in the way that when she answers questions, she'll make you forget what the question was.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good thing. Bad thing, she's nothing. She has yet to say anything that makes me think she would be a great president.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Okay. So now go to Trump.
No, hell no, man. Good luck to either candidate. You know
well,
what I'm saying?
Make me go and don't make y'all go.
I read the book of The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Since you know me, I've been saying, vote for me, right? You know what I'm saying? Because I've already said, she dances around everything, right? You know what I'm saying? Trump is him. He goofy. You know, that's it.
But that's what I'm saying though too. I like to be in the middle. I don't just like to just keep compiling on one person.
He's picking on. Well, he picks the person that I'm sure he wants, right? I'm pretty sure you can gather that. If that's who he wants, that's who he wants. Ain't nobody else really. I mean, maybe he's picking with Kamala or whatever. She don't answer no questions for me, so it's no question that I would even vote for her. It's probably no question I'd vote for Trump or wouldn't vote for either one of these guys. That's what I'm saying. So it's like we've been dancing around this shit here for about 20 minutes.
It's true. It's true.
This shit is, man.
All right.
Good luck to y'all candidates, whoever y'all pick. You know what I mean? Either way, this shit finna go up.
OG said that wasn't Trump. That's Beauty sends eyes emojis. Timothy Taylor said I'm supporting Dr. Cornel West. I gotta look into.
Damn, we that far up on the.
I see N-words can comprehend ish. I see N-words a little slow. Maul. Show us an example, Maul. That's the Beauty said facts.
What?
The president does not set pricing. Be humble. What's good, bro? What's good? I don't know what he was referring to when he said that. Definitely bigger than what you think. DHPX said, do you know what tariffs are? Tariffs are paid by the company, which will affect prices. Yes, we will pay. It's a word. Company corporations, DHPX said. Nasty Beauty said, IRS taxes companies for cheap labor. Interesting. We don't tax China, Be Humble said. DHPX said, America is a corporation, so yeah, citizens will pay that as well. Keep your manufacturing in America. We don't got to worry about it. DHPX said, we don't tax China because we supposedly owe China. Be Humble. Americans want
I use China as an example. I just used it as a vague example of something coming from one place to another, and that's how it gets. It's not about China.
Americans, Be Humble said, Americans want too much to be paid to work. Oh,
this shit could have been Canada.
Right. American wants too much to be paid to work, so companies go to other countries for cheaper labor. I 100% hear that, because that's a whole nother conversation. But you're right. I agree with that sentiment. President OG said, President said federal judges pay attention. OG said, if it wasn't in the airport, I'd call you. If I wasn't in the airport, I'd call you. DHPX said, I'm voting for Trump. Maul, now what?
Well, I don't care who. Like, you keep, hold on, man. Then we're going to end this, bro. Because you keep saying this stuff and you talking about somebody in their feelings. I done read all this stuff on here. I'm not in no feelings about nothing, bro. Honestly, I don't give two shits, bro. I'm going to work tomorrow and I'm going to be still cool. Nigga, I got a family and everything at home. I make good money, bro. You seen me. You know who I am. And you study saying all this shit. You talking about I'm in my feelings. I'm not in my feelings. But then you keep saying shit. Then when I respond to you, you talking about I'm in my feelings. So which one is it you want me to do? You want me to respond to you or not, brother? I'm not in my feelings about nothing, bro. I get money. I'm okay. I'm cool. I'm cool in these streets, bro. Whoever president, I'm going to be cool. I'm going to be all right. You know me. I'm going to be all right. You know, I'm going to be good. Let's go and end this shit because he started blowing me now, bro.
OG said, Terry get passed to you. Be Humble said, you will still be broke voting for him. DHPX, oh, man. Nasty Beauty said, I believe most American people have the definitions of prejudice and racism misconstrued. That's facts. That's facts. OG said, who determines where the cars are made? Trump's boys, not us workers. DHPX said, I always said don't vote this year. And OG said, you didn't hear what he just said in rally in Texas about the people crossing the border. All the people crossing are not as he characterized them. He specifies his words. He always says there are people. He specifies who he's talking about all the time. But that conversation went way further than anticipated. So I heard this, just a thought that I heard this dude I watch on YouTube, his name Young Don Reborn. I saw it on his one of his videos. He said there's an old tale that says if you grow old and realize that you're a Democrat, then you have a heart. If you grow old and realize that you're a Republican, then you have a brain. That's what they said. That's what it sounds like. It's a sentiment of what's going on here when you listen to either person talk. But this has been a big shout out to Will Hill. Will Hill, he was in the background, third post media. They went live yesterday. I missed it. I wish I meant to catch it. But this has been another edition of the No Key Podcast. Wear your crown, build your legacy, Kings. I am your man, Spaces.
It's Jay every day.
Hey, I go by your boy Maul. And guess what? We're going to pay taxes. Meeting adjourned.